You, what up, what up, what up? Yo, what's good, everyone? Good to see you guys here. Appreciate everyone pulling up. Happy Thursday. Back at it again, man. Another Thursday. Another day to hang out with you guys. Another day to talk about what is arguably I think one of the most insane periods of gaming history ever. It is we're in unprecedented times in so many different ways. So it's always interesting to talk about it and get you guys' opinion on everything that's going on and to laugh at absolute nonsense. So that's what the plan is for tonight, everyone. But real quick, guys, if you can hit the like button, really helps me out. Appreciate y'all for being here. And Mad Hatter said he's gonna pull up later. Appreciate you, Mad Hatter. We got the homie Derp Nader. Yo, everything is good, Derp. Appreciate you hanging, being here today. My boy Butch, appreciate you, fam. You, hey, Burnt, appreciate you, bro. He said loves the intro, man. You know, it's just silly stuff. I'm I'm an extremely silly person. Don't take me seriously. But my boy Zeno, the man behind the intro theme. What's good with you, Zeno? Appreciate you being here. Neo said, just dropped by to say hello to Cassie, the good folks in the chat. Take care, guys. Bro, I always appreciate Neo at least stopping by, saying hi. That means a lot, you know, when you're busy. And, you know, unfortunately, sometimes you can't be here for the live chat, and I get that. But some people literally go out of their way, and I see a Mad Hatter too, just to say hi, just to leave a like. That means a lot. So thank you so much for that. And we got hope you're doing good. Oh shit. Love seeing you guys converse with each other too in the chat. Like, it's beautiful. Appreciate you guys. Like, sometimes you could have like people, you know, part of a community going at each other, and it happens sometimes. It does. But I love to see you guys kind of coming together and having great conversations. So thank you. Yo, Triple Z says Ziggy is always stoned. Sir, Ziggy barely does any drugs at all. Occasional catnip, you know, to allot him the occasional luxuries of life. But other than that, he's not a junkie. Ziggy likes to Ziggy. Hell yeah, Ziggy with a Siggy. Yo, my boy Fuck Norris, what's good with you, fam? Oh my god, popcorn skins, Jesus. I haven't had popcorn lately. My addiction has been this right here, and I literally have it with me. Is Jesus, baby. This is the addiction. that's been my go-to as of late. Oh man, my boy Retro said, could you stream sooner, 2 a.m.? No. Oh man. It's difficult. It's difficult, Retro. I do try to stream a little earlier on Kick though. But like, it's one of those things where I'm running on Ziggy's time. That's the thing. So that's what it is, unfortunately. No, but I'm sorry about that, you know. I do stream on Kick earlier more often than not. Sometimes I stream super late on Kick. Like, I'm talking like 3 a.m. EST. So I don't know if that helps out, but if you do want to catch any of my live streams live where it's more, you know, accommodating to your time zone, I'd say definitely go with the Kick live streams, man. And we are closing in at almost 200 followers on Kick. So if you guys are on Kick, definitely follow me there. Or if you consider making a Kick, yo, I'd say go for it, man. Even if you're like a content creator, especially if you're a small content creator, Kick, man, Kick is looking nice. Kick is looking nice. But Retro, I appreciate you taking the time out, man. If you need to go to bed, it's completely fine. I completely understand. I'm not obligated to anyone's time. I would like to earn your time, though. That's what the goal is, man. To earn the time and have a good time with you guys, and to be, I don't know if I want to consider myself an entertainer, But my job here is to entertain you, to earn your time, and to make this period of time that you choose to spend with me worthwhile. And overall, to just have y'all laughing. I like to, I don't know, man. I'm just mad chill, but I also like to, be on occasional little bullshit here and there. Now I'm just rambling, but let's see who else is in the chat. We got the boy Black Cobra. Oh man, we gonna get into that one. Black Cobra. Spider-Man is apparently an RPG now, according to Reforged Gaming. That's it's interesting. Yo, my boy Tommy, yo, I caught that video, Tommy. It was a good vid, man. I think you posted another video too, and I ended up catching that one too. So Tommy Disaster, appreciate you for throwing my little intro in there. Brent says, it seems we have shifts in every industry and it's all on blast on YouTube. Yeah, no, you ain't lying, fam. Like, we are in unprecedented times across the board. And honestly, I think it has a lot to just do with technology and how industries are using technology mostly to their own advantage. The government as well. There's a lot of that going on, and it is leading to unprecedented time periods. Basically, all the stuff, all the warnings that we've been given in video games, books, movies, television shows, all that shit. Like for example, the Twilight Zone, which is something I reference with this particular live stream every other Thursday. Is basically where all the warnings that we've been given for now. And guess what? The people in charge, the people in power, the people with all the money, all the companies and shit, they're using all that media that we've all consumed as the blueprint. So make that what you will, guys. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yo, Pulu Wulu, what's good, fam? I love that name. Bush said, bro, really had the box next to her. Hell yeah. Hell to the fuck yeah. I'm like, yo, I haven't had dinner yet. We're going for at least 2 hours. So if I get hungry, it is what it is. So I'm like, yo, I'm just going to have my Diet Coke here, maybe my little snack over here. Because look, man, I have to make sure that y'all get the time that you are deserving of. But sometimes, man, motherfucker gets a little hungry. I had dinner. Let me live. Can I live? Can I breathe? Damn. Butch is always on some bullshit. Yo, censorship too. What's good with you, fam? He said, I need to see this junkie cat now. Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about you calling Zigman a junkie, but where is this little man? Hold up. Little man ran downstairs. I don't really have any control over what that man is doing right now. Soda is evil. Soda is very evil. But I'm also evil. So there's that. Yo, Dante's Red Room. Yo, we need to link up at some point. Like, if it be podcast or something. Yo, you are an awesome creator, man. I definitely be keeping tabs on what you got going on. We definitely need to chalk it up sometime because I respect you, man. I appreciate you pulling up, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. Hey, Jay, another man I respect. What's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing well. Shump, what's up? Shump is asking how is Reforged allowed to stream after these comments today. Hey, man. The World Wide Web, the quote-unquote free and open internet, I don't know, man. But look, with nonsense, I wholeheartedly agree. When there is nonsense, we need to speak out against the nonsense. That's what it's all about. That's how we keep people honest. Or we just dump on them in the process, man. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yo, good on. What's good with you, fam? Yo, my boy RC Scott pulling up. Is good to see you as always. The Crow is just Robocop for goths. Oh my god, bro. I mean, are you wrong? Can I say that you're wrong? But I'm technically not goth. I've never, like, I love the Crow. I'm definitely not goth. I don't know what the fuck I am. Guys, what am I? I don't know. I never like felt to go into any particular group. I'm just retarded. I think that's the only group I belong to. All jokes, guys. All jokes. My boy Retro Mini said, for Sony ponies, everything is a RPG. Just because you have a skill tree or a side quest doesn't mean your game is an RPG. God of War has puzzles. Do we consider God of War to be a puzzle game now? No, that is not the case. It is not the case at all. Good point, Retro. Triple Z says, freedom of speech. I don't have to like what a person says. Exactly, man. Exactly. And RC is right. I am a lamer. Oh, shit. My boy Livewire 4K pulling up. What's good with you, homie? I'm just a chill nerd. Yo, Tommy, that, you know, that's the best way to put it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't know what I am. So you guys, you definitely, I think you guys just about summed it up. I'm a lamer. I'm a chill nerd. I'm a retard. I'll be the first to say it, man. RC Scott is correct. I do need to sleep more. That is facts. Yo, my boy Dope Fit, man. And my boy Yo, hold on. The homies is pulling up. I'm getting ahead of myself. We gonna just give a shout out to the channel members real quick, because I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. But if you haven't hit the like button, let's get it. Yo, the goal for the night is usually 50. Will we make it? I don't know. Let me know. Sound off. Smash the like button, y'all. That's been the, the goal as of late. But guys, I really want, I always try to show my appreciation to everyone. I really do. And nonetheless, it's, the channel members, the fact that y'all actually believe in an asshole like me and you're willing to, part ways with any particular amount of money. You totally don't have to, but it is appreciated. So shout out to the homies, Our Carry, AB Limix, Alex vs. Evil, John Shepard, Orange Hat Reviews, Admiral Teague, Hargeet Chennai, Words of Paradise, Adriano Italiano, Retromania, I'm Man, Richard Swaglord, Fake Pear Bear, Tatsu Sama, Nola Boy, 504 KRG, Panther 111, Severin Evans, Astro Cyborg, Cannoli Sasquatch, Andy Hart, Overcooked Octopus Feet, RC Scott, Tokyo TZTV, Disney Sheepherder, Deathmaster234, Osseous 07, Talos Re, Spectre, hashtag 799, Drewy M 420, Drake Williams, Red Chaos 173, Pigeon Salad, Resputin, Gray Early, All Day One Bay, Black Cobra, T-Gap, Steve, Lord, Metroid, Fuck Norris, Glinzer. Guys, I'm going blind. My boy Rome and Bruce Banner. Yo, thank y'all so much for believing in an asshole like me. Yo, my boy Sly Crow pulling up. Yo, y'all showing too much love, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Need to watch Lord of the Rings. You cannot have a nerd card if you don't. Damn. But that's like an intellectuals nerd card. There's different types of nerds. I feel like Tolkien is for like the intellectual nerd. I don't know if I fall into that. Gotta admit, I was hating on you when I first came across your videos, but I was 100% wrong about you so long as you honest and keep it 100, you good in my book. Yo, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Hold on one sec. We're gonna get into that because that's thank you. Thank you, for real. Yo, shout out to the homie, Zeno, the producer for the 5. He says, I'm finally sleeping well again, so I'm off to bed. Hope you all have a great stream. Remember to hit the like button, man. Bruh. Zeno, definitely get some rest. Don't mess that up. Having a great sleep schedule is important, but I appreciate you showing up, and you totally didn't have to hit me with the 5, but thank you so much, fam. And we also got Livewire 4K for becoming a Cult of Cage member. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And I really, censorship too. I really appreciate that comment because it's one of those things where like I started this channel. To me, it's just sort of like a diary. That's really what it is of my thoughts. And the whole goal is to just properly communicate my thoughts, and whether you agree or disagree with me, that's completely fine. I love the discussion, and it's gonna always be one of those things where like I'm okay with people disagreeing with me, but let's have a conversation. Let's talk about all sorts of things. Let's dive into all of these topics. Let's have fun doing it. I'm not, and I understand. Like, I'm the type of person. Like, I've always been this type of person where, at first sight, most people don't like me, but when you actually talk to me, I have this way of growing on people. So like, and honestly, I like that per se, in a sense that like I just want to siphon through people that are on some bullshit immediately. If you're on some bullshit, I just want that aura of like, oh yeah, don't fucking talk to her. She's not worth the time. Like, I'd rather it be like that. I'd rather you think that I'm kind of like a jerk. But if you're willing to be like, maybe she's kind of a pain in the ass, let's talk to her, get to know her a little bit, and see what it is. Then it's like, I tend to like win people over that way. I don't know. I'm a pain in the ass, guys. But if you guys appreciate, I think my good qualities that I do have. I'm flawed. I'm not perfect. But if you appreciate the good qualities that I have, then, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for literally saying like, oh no, this person, I do not like them, but you know what? Let me get to know them a little bit. And it's like, oh man, like you kind of change your mind. Thank you for that. Because some people, first impressions automatically is over. Period. Yo, my boy John pulling up, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you being here. Shenmue 3 is the GOAT game. You know what? I need to dive into Shenmue. I played a little bit of the first one and I got lost. Because, guys, honestly speaking, I have a garbage sense of direction. But that's cool, RT. I'm glad that you actually got Shenmue 3, because a lot of people thought for the longest that wasn't even going to happen. So, that's cool. Yo! Man, y'all running rampant in the chat tonight. Yo. Hey, it's all good. Appreciate you becoming a Cult of Cage member. Hell yeah, fam. Thank you. Appreciate that. And also, Astro Cyborg, thank you so much for the 3-month set. Those Final Fantasy VII Rebirth previews, though. Yo, I've been watching that. I've been watching a little bit of it. I might end up watching some more of it tonight. We'll see. I've been looking at a lot of little different things, and I'm like, oh man, like, if you sat through Tokyo Game Show, you're probably bored to death. But there's some fucking heat that's just coming out of all this nonsense in the live stream. But we'll get into some of the Tokyo Game Show stuff, man, because I've been seeing some things that's like, oh man, this is gonna be fire. So Shenmue games have aged without grace. Sadly, it's true. It's true, but there's some hilarity in the Shenmue games. Okay, like I remember playing like Shenmue 1 on my PC. And then just walking up to this little girl and you ask her like, hey, have you seen like this car that passed by? And she's like, get away, jerk face. Like some shit like that. Get away, jerk face. And like, it's so hilarious. It is so fucking hilarious. Oh my God. It is so damn entertaining. Even if the game aged like, even if those games aged like milk, they're still so damn entertaining. But guys, without further ado, let's definitely jump into the craziness, man. The craziness. I seen this this take the other day, and I'm just like, huh? And we talking about Cyberpunk right now. And yo, my boy, man, thank you so much for the 9 months, fam. Appreciate that. That you are one of, if not my longest, channel member, bro. So thank you so much, fam. I always appreciate you. It means a lot to me, man. Means a lot to me. And I mean, also, yo, you just He's moving up in the world. I mean, just hit 500 subs on YouTube. And I know that you apply for the, for the, I don't know if it's monetization, but they changed it up a little bit. But I see you moving up, bro. I see you moving up. I'm definitely going to hit you back with some love. Stay tuned for it. Oh, I see someone pulling up in the chat. Yo, Hustle, you changed your name, bro? Oh, shit. My man, Hustle. What's good with you, bro? Yes, my boy Iman says, smack that like button. Hell yeah. Retromania says, I'm not that into Final Fantasy VII Remake, more of a original Final Fantasy VII appreciator. Today, we got the announcement for the Trails through Daybreak, and I can't wait. I'm still grinding through Trails series, though. Yo, that's awesome, man. It's something for everyone out here, I feel like. New channel for the retro content. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm happy to see it. I see you gearing up. I'm happy. But there's definitely something here for everyone. The great thing about Final Fantasy VII is that you can buy that game everywhere, and that's what's great about it, man. And then you have the remake, so there's that too. So it's really nice to see. I'm really interested in Final Fantasy Rebirth. I actually like the first one, the first game. It's not a perfect game, but Final Fantasy VII Remake, as it's called, I enjoyed it for what it was. The Trails games are hella long, trying to beat one, but keep getting distracted. Damn. I've heard a lot of great things about that franchise. Hey, my boy, Adriano Italiano pulling up. What's good with you, fam? He says, I want some type of Chrono Trigger remake so bad. Yo, have you tried Sea of Stars, though? My boy, Ozman, Ozna, excuse me, Ozman. You know what? That's actually not a bad name for you. I'm just saying. Ozman, I like the ring to that. My boy, Oz not pulling up. What's good with you, fam? But so we got the homie, man. Shout out to the dog, H Dog, cause he says some interesting things that had me like, huh? I'm confused.
And I at least
we gonna bring this video up because I'm just like at a loss for words at this point, particularly when it comes to Cyberpunk, guys, because at this point I've kind of just like, I feel like we've accepted that Cyberpunk was the flop that it was at first, and that they've kind of, made ground. And now they have the Cyberpunk 2.0 update that has dropped. And H-Dog here is saying Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty should be a free expansion. Free! Entirely! Not just like the free game update, not Cyberpunk 2.0 that pretty much does a lot of changes to the game. But the expansion as well should be free. And I'm just like, but that's an insane amount of content right there. And look, I just find it, I've kind of accepted that I just took the L with Cyberpunk for what it was. I know some people are still bitter about it. I mean, like, I still have my collection, like my collector's edition. And don't get me wrong, I look at that and I'm like, damn, that's the one that got me. I do, I remember that every time, but I've kind of gotten over it, I'm personally over it. Yo, what's good with you, Rocky? Good to see you as always. You can shoot while driving now, but it is a bit janky. Interesting. I'm going to play it. Actually, I'm going to stream it on Kick. So guys, if you want to chill with me, play some Cyberpunk, I'm going to stream that on Kick. I'm probably going to start streaming it tomorrow. That's probably what it is. Probably around that 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see what it is. Can't be mad at that opinion. That dog shit sold like 20 million. They can afford it. All right, let's hear what H-Dog got to say. He said very sternly in the title, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, the expansion, should be a free expansion.
And I at least hope that these same creators, when it comes to Phantom Liberty, has a backbone to tell CD Projekt Red.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. It's an H-Dog video,
Today
baby.
I'm talking about Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. And I'm kind of been thinking about this for a while. I think that this expansion, the first and only paid expansion, should be free. And the biggest reason why I think it ought to be free is because of everything that happened with Cyberpunk 2077, the base launch. We know it came out broken beyond repair, bugs and glitches galore, to where people compiled compilation after compilation to the point it became a...
That same thing happened to me. I don't know if that happened to you guys, but that was hilarious. And I agree with him in the sense that, yes, the game was an absolute abomination upon release.
Whole T-pose meme, and not to mention the fact that it was downgraded to hell on the base consoles on PS4 and Xbox One. Now, some people could argue, well, Witcher 3 was downgraded a little bit and Witcher 3 has some bugs, but this was not nowhere near that. Arguably the most...
Oh yeah, I will say this. So I had an abysmal time playing Cyberpunk. You know, I stopped playing it because I just got sick of them resetting all my settings, my HDR settings. Like every time I would launch the game, I'm like, fuck this. I was more than halfway through the game too. And it's like, I cannot suspend my immersion because of how broken this game was. So I dropped it. That's just what it was. Yo, my boy, Fake Parrot, bro. Man, I appreciate you pulling up, bro. Thank you so much for the 5. He says, what's good, fam? Got you guys on in the background while I'm packing for a trip tomorrow and cooking dinner. Appreciate all you do. Keep it rocking. Yo, first off, enjoy your trip. Be safe. That is always the most important thing. Be safe. That's what I always, man, first thing I think of for people, man. Be safe on your trip and have fun and enjoy your dinner, man. It's awesome. I'm putting off dinner for you guys, so but that's what's up, man. Thank you so much for the 5. And I stopped playing the game. I'm now going to replay the game from the beginning because the 2.0 update has made major changes to this game. Yo, Frostfang, what's good with you, fam? Triple Z says, I don't think it should be free. It is new content. I won't buy it unless it gets to that that $1.99 bin. I don't blame you. They burnt their bridge. And I can understand that people are still upset. But I think, in my opinion, I think this is irrational. Censorship 2 said refunded it day 2. Got it last year and I loved it. Forgot the update was live already, but I'll wait for the expansion. Hell yeah. Nah, I feel you. And at this point, like, we've had every opportunity at this point to return the game. The game was so messed up on the consoles. PlayStation said, oh, nah, you can return this one. And PlayStation is so extra about anything in regards to returns. They will stop you at every possible turn. And even them, as arrogant and as fucking anti-consumer as PlayStation is when it comes to returning fucking broken-ass games, they even caved and said, oh, nah, we can't have this. And they pulled it off the store. They stopped you from buying it. You could have returned it at Xbox. You could have returned it from PlayStation. You could have returned it. And guess what? Even despite that, I chose to keep it. And I'm assuming he chose to keep it. I'm assuming whoever, we chose to keep it. We chose to accept that we just took a L. That's what it is. Ahmed says Cyberpunk was like $5 at some point. Yeah, you could get a physical copy of that bitch for like $5. Physical media, baby. Low expectations. What's good with you, fam? He says, I haven't played Cyberpunk, but I have no motivation to play it because of how it released. And you know what, man? I understand. But you know what? I can at least appreciate that they did everything in their power to make the game acceptable and even going a little further, in my opinion. But yeah, you can't excuse that shit. And they definitely lost people for life. And that's what it is. They earned that. They earned that response, and I'm not mad at you at all for feeling that way. They didn't even do that for The Last of Us PC. RT says the Evercade console will always be physical games. Fuck yeah, boy. And Tommy is team physical media, baby. Hell yeah. But let's continue what H-Talk got to say. Maybe he'll bring up a point, but we'll see.
Most broken game I've ever played in my life up to that point. And like everyone else, I was genuinely excited for Cyberpunk.
At this point, with how many games have come out broken, oh my god, it's so crazy how like the industry just Cyberpunk took all the heat just for everyone else to follow suit. It's kind of like Apple with removing the headphone jack. Apple took all that heat just for all these motherfuckers on Android to do the same shit.
Everybody was hooked. We were ready. And then they released the game. We knew what happened next. We know that there's previews of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty out, which I've seen some of it. It looks pretty good. Even the little bit of gameplay that they showed running on consoles. But mind you, they did this same exact song and dance with the PS1, Xbox One versions, where it was looking like it was
PS1, Xbox One version
flawlessly, no issues whatsoever. And I will point to one reason why I have such a big question mark about this expansion.
This is what I played this on. I played this on a PC running an RTX 4090 with the ray tracing overdrive, pathfinding update enabled. It's important to note that CD Projekt Red also offered me the chance to play on a PlayStation or an Xbox. They offered that multiple times. It was very clearly...
That's something they did not offer with the original release. They hid that shit. Absolutely disgusting behavior. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, Triple Z says Apple not providing phone chargers with new phones is effed up. Yo, you ain't lying, bro. It's insane. They're releasing this expansion at the worst time with all these new games dropping. Yo, Astro, you ain't lying, bro. And these aren't like little games that you could just run through. No, like they released at the worst time because all these banger ass games are like huge ass RPGs.
A play to show that they are not trying to hide the console realities of these of this expansion.
So what he's explaining is that they've learned from their lying ass ways, that they're not going to get away with their bullshit, and that they've lost the trust of the consumer. So they're offering everything. They're just here, please, like review all the versions of the game because we have nothing to hide at this point. We can't get away with this, the same thing we tried to get away with before.
So yes, there is PlayStation and Xbox playable code out there right now for previews. Plus, the B-roll that you're seeing here is a mix of PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and that also allows us to do some brief visual comparisons. But yes, you are seeing the footage here for yourself for consoles. Plus, we had the option to play it. I chose PC because I wanted to see what the pathfinding was like on the expansion.
Yo, I think back, and when Cyberpunk came out, this was before I started making YouTube videos, but remember all the lying fucking bastards? All these lying ass YouTubers out here that was, gassing up the game, giving it a fucking 9 out of 10. Disgusting, right? Shout out to Shillup for waiting until he can actually use his footage in his review. Yeah, Young, yeah. Yo, after this whole debacle at Cyberpunk, stop watching Young, yeah, completely. Completely, man. Couldn't agree more. I still ordered like a dummy. I hate myself sometimes. Yo, censorship tube. I'm there with you, man. You know how much regret I have for some of the things that I chose to do willingly? We all make mistakes, man. We all make mistakes. Please, yo, I was not saying everyone try the first descent. I agree. Try the first descent, man. It's an interesting beta. It has a lot of mixed thoughts. I actually like it. I need to dive into it some more though, for sure. But all these shill ass YouTubers that was out here back then, man.
What they were doing with it, but I know other previewers are playing the game on consoles as well. Last thing I'll say is setup is that this is not my footage. It is provided B-roll. We were not permitted to capture. That's very standard for these sorts of things, but just keep that in mind. So high-level thoughts. What do I think about Phantom Liberty so far? I think it's good. I think it's impressive.
He's tippy-toeing so bad with this.
Like, once bitten, twice shy, okay? We all learned a lot about hype when it comes to Cyberpunk, okay? I certainly did. And so while I think this looks great, and I'm excited for it, I think it's important that we just keep our hype levels in check and we just wait for the finished product to arrive, because we all remember Cyberpunk, right?
That right there is why I'm kind of like not so gung-ho on getting this game. Hell,
but Shillup is literally saying they offered him all versions of the expansion. Like, why are you scared, bro? Why are you scared, bro? You just don't want to play it, and I get that. It is a huge turnoff what they did entirely with Cyberpunk. One of the biggest turnoffs. Yo, my boy, words, man. Yo, thank you so much for the 5, bro. You totally didn't have to. He says, sorry, I'm late. Work is busy as fuck, man. Never be sorry for being late. I always appreciate you being here nonetheless, and I hope that work eases up for you over the course of the night, bro. Appreciate you being here. I don't know, Astra. I don't know what's up with this dude. I don't know what's up with H-Dog, man.
I really ain't even been watching any gameplay that they've been putting out for Phantom Liberty up till now. Even from the bit I showed you from Skill Up's demo, I'm still reeling from the downgraded GIMP version we got with the PS4. And granted, the gameplay additions look nice, but there is still a lot we do not know.
At this point, don't buy it. Do not buy it. Look, man, one thing that I've learned, that the only winners when it comes to gaming are the people that choose to wait. You are always the winner. There is no, these companies try to put this facade of like, oh, like, get it now, pre-order now for this and that. It's all just bait. The only winners are the people that wait. Yo, my boy Side Strike, what's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing well. So I advise you, if you have any at all, I'm waiting. I'm not paying for Phantom Liberty day one. And I know for the most part, I'm pretty confident it's gonna be damn decent. But first off, there's just too much coming out right now. I'm not gonna be able to devote the time to, and I have to play through the main game from the beginning. So I don't need to, I'm not gonna go out there and rush to buy it. I might as well wait for a sale, to be real with you. And yeah, a lot of people get hit by the FOMO, and we are all the losers. I am one that always gets hit with FOMO. Always. And I am the biggest fucking loser here, guys. Okay? So we're all losers if we cave to FOMO. We are always the ones that get the shit end of the stick. We're the ones that even with the consoles. I pre-ordered 2 PS5s. 2. I'm the biggest loser here. Straight up. I'll be the first to say it. I pre-ordered 2 PS5s. For what? I'm still trying to figure out for what. Oh man, I'll be the first to tell you, man. We get played. It happens. We try to learn our lessons, but there's always that one thing that makes us cave sometimes. It happens. Exactly, censorship too. We always have at least that one game that gets us. That one game, that one freaking console. But yes, if you just simply don't buy it day one, just wait. That's what it is. Yo, my boy Troubleshoot Gaming. More H-Dog roasting. I think he's gonna become like, gonna become like a, you know, the norm. He's amazing. H Dog is the fucking GOAT. He's the GOAT. Shout out to the man H Dog. But what's good with you, Mez? Hope you're doing better, bro. Always good to see you. And yo, my boy Blaze pulling up, bro. What's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing well. Imagine Bethesda making a GTA-like game. It's hard to make a sandbox with RPG mechanics. Yo, facts. You're not lying about that. That's true. Why buy two if you only need one? Because, look. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If my pre-order would have gotten canceled for the PS5 with how hyped I was for the PS5, I likely would have accidentally murdered somebody. That's literally what it was. That was literally the reason. I know, it's stupid, right? It's absolutely stupid, and I'll be the first to say it. But I wasn't with how excited I was for the PS5. There was no way I wasn't getting that motherfucker at launch. Yo, Talos, what's good with you, bro? Cass, when you scooping that Xbox Series X, the new one? Because I already got the old one. I got the better one. And it collects dust. It collects dust. Cyber Glitch 2077. Yo, Striker, you know me. You know me. If Striker, I even said that shit from the jump. I pre-ordered 2 of them bitches because I wasn't going to miss out on it. And you know me. And Lemonade King, shout out to the Lemonade King. He had pre-ordered a PS5 and his pre-order got canceled. Then he had to spend months upon months trying to get a PS5. Yo, my boy Lobo, what's good with you, fam? And one thing I will say, I will not overpay for a piece of hardware. I refuse. I will pay the asking price if I want it, but I will not pay fucking scalpers. I refuse. I am a cheap piece of shit in that way. It is what it is. I refuse to overpay for hardware. Hardware that is going to depreciate in price. Question is, will you buy the slim version? Fuck no. I barely boot my PS5. Literally, I had to. I'm finding reasons to boot my PS5. My bad. My internet is being wonky. Man, my McDonald's Wi-Fi is not holding up tonight, guys. My McDonald's Wi-Fi is taking an absolute shit. I think we good now. We good? Used to nowadays, it goes up in price. I will say things are kind of going back to normal. They kind of going back to normal. It's a lot different now than it was 2 years ago. By a lot of money. If I would have built a PC this year as opposed to having built it 2 years ago, I would have saved more money than I would like to admit to. So my Walmart Wi-Fi, yeah. Internet go brrr. Fuck yeah, dude. When I got my 4090 fools, we're paying over 2K for scalped cards. Nuts, yo. It's facts, bro. It is facts. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit up the McDonald's, be like, why the fuck Why the fuck your Wi-Fi fucking up? Why?
Expansion is coming out in a couple weeks, and for all we know, it could be the same song and dance that we got with the base game Cyberpunk 2077. And
Imagine if they were that tone deaf, though. Imagine them doing all the fixing to the game just to release an expansion that f's it all up. I don't think H-Dog understands how game development works. Hey, Drewy, appreciate you pulling up. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday to you. Because you didn't buy that Big Mac yet. You know how long it's been since I've eaten a fucking Big Mac? Like, this is something to be concerned about with the next CD Projekt Red game. Like, because they've already, it's like, they fixed their infrastructure. So, like, for the most part, I don't see, like, an issue with the game. Like, you know? I know that the PC requirements are now, like, increased. Excuse me. And that's, you know, that's what it is. Kiza says Cyberpunk 2077 DLC should be free after how they scammed everyone and lied to everyone that DLC should have been free. I personally don't agree. I mean, I understand the sentiment that they messed up, and they totally messed up. But, like, let me put it to you this way. Let's look at what they did for the base game. Let's look at what they did for the base game. And mind you, I'm not just, I bought Cyberpunk the game. No, I bought Cyberpunk the collector's edition the game. I bought that big ass fucking box. Yeah, that arrived at my doorstep. So I'm pretty much the one that got fucked over pretty badly, you know? So this is the big version 2.0 update is out today. Not the expansion, but the update that basically is the Cyberpunk that they envisioned, you know, to whatever extent they could possibly do. This DLC that you could play now, excuse me, this update, it's not DLC, it's this update you could play now, totally overhauls the game in so many insane ways. So this update is completely free. You could play Cyberpunk 2077 version 2.0, and they said that the changes are so substantial, it likely warrants a whole playthrough. So let's just take a gander at all these, you know, the patch notes, the changes. They overhauled the combat. There's a new police system. Vehicle combat has been added to the game. Combat AI enhancements. They've overhauled a lot of core features to this game. Net running changes. They did a lot of balancing. Like this is a lot of stuff. Perks and skills. They've overhauled like the skill tree, the perk tree, all that shit. They've done insane changes. And let me see. So they overhauled the skill tree. They changed how skills work. They added a bunch of shit. They added they changed how cyberware works. There's different types of shit. Weapons. They've you know, they added new weapons. Added, you know, smoke grenades, new melee weapon finishers. They freaking added like vehicles. They put fucking guns on vehicles. This is a substantial change. They did a lot of balancing to all sorts of stuff, even the economy. Vendors. They added new side shit to it. They added new radio stations. UI changes. They continue to fix the game. Stability and performance. I mean, I think that, you know, what they did is no doubt wrong. Completely, entirely. What they did is no doubt 100% wrong. But I think that they did their absolute best to at least do what they're obligated to do. I think that this is more than I expected. I honestly expected them to just fix the performance, add the next gen version of the game, make sure the game runs well, eliminate the bugs and glitches, and keep it moving. They didn't have to completely overhaul this game. And then on top of it, they could have sold you the expansion for money. That's what they could have did. That's what most of these companies would have done. So, I mean, that's what it is. You know, if people believe that, the expansion should be free, I'm not here to necessarily, tell you that you're wrong. I just simply disagree. I don't want them to work for free. Like, I don't think that is an acceptable mindset. Like, it just, they clearly added this whole expansion to the game, new area, new story. Obviously they paid money to, bring actors into it. So for that, like, I understand that there needs to be money to compensate that. Do I think that it's worth the money that they're asking? I don't know. I think that that's questionable. I think that the amount of money that they're asking is questionable. I don't know if it's worth it or not. But do I understand that you can't make something out of nothing? Yes. Yes, you can't make something out of nothing. That's not how it works. So while I completely fucking dumped on Cyberpunk for being as messed up as it was, I think they did their due diligence to make it as right as they realistically can, and exceeded my expectations with the base game. That's a whole new game. I'm getting rid of my save file for Cyberpunk, and we gonna run it back. Because it's a different game. It's a different experience. They've changed so much stuff to this game. Apparently, it is a different experience. So we'll see. We'll see. And if I enjoy it, if I enjoy the base game as the way it was intended to be played from their perspective, I'll buy the DLC. But, it's one of those things, I'm done being bitter. I'm done being bitter with Cyberpunk. I was very bitter with Cyberpunk, and it was deservingly so. But I think CD Projekt Red has done more than most companies would do. That's just how I feel. And you don't have to agree with me. I'm not telling you to agree with me or whatever have you. If you're done with it, I don't blame you. They were so malicious in the way that they lied to us that I do not blame someone for saying, I will never touch that game ever again. I completely understand that. It's all the fool me once, shame on you. I completely agree with that. So, it's one of those things where I get it. The thing that I don't get is the motherfuckers that pretend that CD Projekt Red did nothing wrong. Those are the motherfuckers that's like, y'all crazy. Y'all are crackheads. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to now be able to play Cyberpunk the way that they envisioned it and the way it should have been from the jump. I mean, it's how many years later? It sucks that it took this long. It sucks that all the terrible events that happened. But there's no use crying over spilt milk. That's how I feel. And thankfully, I don't have to pay a fucking dime for all these changes. And guess what? If I think it's not worth it, I ain't buying the DLC. Fuck that, So. Adriano says, going to try 2.0 patch tonight. Looking forward to seeing how the ray tracing overdrive looks. Yo, let me know what you think, man. I'm excited to really give it a try. I'm excited to give it a try. Striker says, Sidestrike says, Cyberpunk patch notes looking like Street Fighter 4 patch notes. PDF of 10 pages. Jesus. That's how it is, like, with every freaking update for this game. Side Strike says I was patient with them. I'm content with my decision. I enjoy the game, and that's what's up, man. I'm glad that despite all that, there are people that can still enjoy the game. You know, despite every poor decision CD Projekt Red has made, that people can still enjoy the game because it seems like it's a good game now. And that's cool, man. I believe in redemption. I do believe in redemption to people or companies that seek it genuinely. Spilt milk is expensive. You ain't lying, bro. Look. That collector's edition was expensive, not for nothing. Play the original Deus Ex instead. That's not a bad recommendation. I do need to do that too. You're not lying. I do own it, but I have yet to play it. I have it on Steam. Mr. 7 Digit said, I enjoyed the game on a damn $3,000 PC with a 4080. I feel you, bro. PC players got the better experience. They did. DSS Mankind was okay, but I wish it was better. It was bigger, excuse me. I feel you. But let's continue with H-Dog's
thoughts. It's safe to say that CD Projekt Red at this point do not need another PR nightmare media shitstorm when this expansion comes out within a couple weeks. And they need something that's going to earn back good favor and have fans kind of sort of optimistic for the future of CD Projekt Red. We know they're going to be working on Witcher 4 right after this.
Well, I mean, I'm optimistic. I think that they learned a lot from this. Whether it's like they learned a lot and they're going to be like more genuine, or they learned a lot and they're going to be even more nefarious in more slick ways is yet to be seen. But I think there's reason to be optimistic here. A lot of people are saying that apparently this expansion is looking nice. So we'll see, man. Put our best foot forward.
And we know that they're going to be working on a sequel to Cyberpunk. And I'm not telling people don't go out here and buy this expansion. If you're excited for it and you want to go out and buy it, be my guest. I'm just going to wait. Because you know how the old saying goes. You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy my time and wait till this comes out.
How did George W. Bush put it? What did he say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, never going fool. I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker said. That shit was wild. I need that as like a soundbite or some shit. That shit was hilarious.
And if it goes off without a hitch, it's not broken when it comes out, then screw it. I'd go ahead and pay the $30. But my whole reasoning behind thinking that it should be free in the first place is because they
You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, can't get fooled again. Yeah, I think that's it. But this dude was literally, his title for this video is, it should be free. But then he's saying if it's good, he'll pay the 30. What are we doing? Thank you, H-Dog. Thank you, H-Dog, for another banger video. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Because I don't know no more, guys. I don't know. But I'm excited to see what's up with Cyberpunk. I will be streaming it on Kick. If you guys have Kick, definitely follow me there. Cult Classic Cage. If you don't have Kick, consider making one, man. It's definitely a damn interesting competitor to Twitch. And I don't know if you guys saw, but now Twitch is apparently considering allowing like banned streamers a second chance. I wonder why that is. I wonder why. Could it be because of a little bit of liked competition? That sounds like it might be the case, right? Sounds like it might be the case. But oh yeah, I did want to address something real quick. Because people hating on Cyberpunk. I mean, excuse me, not even Cyberpunk. Moving on to Starfield now, because the people hating on Starfield because, you know, of how woke it is, how woke it is. They still wilding out here. Let me see. Just to keep y'all up to date. So I posted this comment because this video here basically voicing how I was consistent on Hogwarts Legacy, on Starfield, on Baldur's Gate 3, and how, like, people that apparently hate Starfield because it's woke, but then chose to love Baldur's Gate 3 and Hogwarts Legacy. I was just saying, I was consistent across the board. And so the reply this person had to my video was a black guy named, and this is them listing everything, you know, woke about Starfield. A black guy named Valdemir. That apparently is woke, so it should, you know, they're against that. 99% of the NPCs being a weird melting pot that makes no sense. Basically, there's people in the game that are not white. That seems to be what it is. And look, my biggest complaint with the NPCs in the game is too many fat ones. I hate that about this game. That is my biggest criticism of the game. But apparently, a black guy named Valdemir is woke. 99% of the NPCs being a weird melting pot that makes no sense is woke. All the girl bosses and female scientists in the entire game, woke. The complete lack of decent evil characters or factions, woke. Not a criticism of the game, you know, based upon the game's merits, but no, it's just woke. So it's amazing. Complete lack of gore. That is apparently woke too. And a suspicious amount of essential NPCs and many other details, and the completely safe quote unquote writing. That's apparently woke too. That's not a criticism of the game. It's woke. That's the problem. Sure, man, if Starfield isn't woke, then nothing is. And don't get me started on I'm assuming what they meant was Baldur's Gate 3. So that was the reply to my video, which is absolutely insane to me. And I said, you know, their complaints is black people, different types of NPCs, women, story issues, not enough gore, so it's woke. That's literally what that equates to, what they're saying, just breaking it down. Yo, what's good with you, Spectre? Yo, my boy Mad Hatter pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. This sounds like Synthetic Man. You know, I don't watch Synthetic Man very much, but maybe I should start watching him. Maybe he'd be a good addition to, you know, these live streams as a react. I don't know. I don't really watch the dude like that. It's just not a great game. Bad game does not imply woke. Triple Z, that's a good point. And you know what? I like the game. There's a lot of things to criticize about it. There's a lot of features that should be a normal thing for every RPG game that are not present here. There's definitely a lot of criticism to be had. But apparently people are so fucking desperate to label it as woke. That's what it is. This is where we're at, guys. We can't have conversations about games and discuss how they're fundamentally old, dated, or problematic, like in terms of its fundamental gameplay. We can't have these conversations anymore. It's just, oh, it's woke. It's not a great game. Synthetic Man is a sad boy. He just sounds like a miserable fuck. Not for nothing. Synthetic Man, from what I've seen of him, I've only watched like a handful of his videos. He just seems like a miserable fucking person. Not for nothing. This dude was bitching about like gender neutral bathrooms. And it's like, I've walked into many gender neutral bathrooms in my time. It's for man, woman, together, whatever the fuck. It's happened. It's a thing. It exists. You know? It's crazy, man. But today I got this comment and they said, so it's fine if everyone is a bug-eyed freak made for diversity. Uh-oh, woke is woke. And it's like, people are bug-eyed freaks in Starfield because the game is fucking, like, when it comes to like NPCs, non-essential, you know, characters entirely, they're fucking ugly. Like, they straight up are just ugly. It's not because it's woke, it's just they're fucking ugly as shit. And it gets even more insane because this person added me to a list. And I haven't blocked him, but I kind of have this thing where I don't really block people, but if you throw me on like a list, then I tend to block those people. That's the one thing that says maybe you should be blocked. Because if you're putting me on some weird ass list to keep tabs on me, that's kind of like, that's some bitch made shit. But they put me on. They didn't put me on the incel. I don't know what they put me on. I think maybe they did put me on the incel list. Let's see. I'm officially. I think it was the incel list. The fuck is this? The FBI watch list for this fucking bitch? Where we at here? Where we at here? I think I am on this list. I may have missed myself. He put the act man on the list. He put the act man on that shit. I'm pretty sure I'm on this list. This is a long ass list. He put Mudahar on the list. You just made the list! Yes, Tommy, yes! We said it at the same time! Where we at, bro? Did you guys see me on the list? I don't think I appeared yet. Yo, this list is fucking insane. Holy shit, dog. He put Ricky Berwick on the list, bro! Yo, that is hilarious. Even Ricky Berwick. Damn. This is an insane list. I know I'm on here. I know I'm on here somewhere. I wish this was in alphabetical order. That would make shit so much easier. I put Peter OVO on that shit. There we are. Hey, I made the list. I made it. Fucking made it out here. This is an amazing list to be a part of, man. With Mudahar, freaking Ricky Berwick. This the act, man. It's not a bad list to be a part of. Not a bad list at all. It's a very diverse list too, apparently. This person, by this list alone, this person believes in diversity and inclusion. Apparently the thing that they had a problem with and what they tweeted me about, so. I don't know, bro. People are just so fucking miserable, you know? And you know what? Like, I want to alleviate this misery. Like, you know, like, in terms of, I want to make people happy. Even myself, bro. I catch myself like, nah, I need to step away. Because I don't want to be a miserable person. You know, like, sometimes we all just gotta lighten the fuck up. Just lighten the fuck up, man. But yeah, I just made the list, guys. Fucking made it. I feel like this, and likely, admittedly so, just openly say, I'm probably gonna block this person. That's the only thing that makes me say, yeah, I'm gonna block you if you put me on some sort of fucking FBI watch list on your fucking Twitter. I'm a savage. I don't like to think though. I don't like to assume anything. I don't know if I'm a savage. I just like to think that I'm apparently I'm a dorky nerd or whatever the hell. You enjoy being a misery guts? I'm kind of confused as to what you mean by that. If you care to expand upon those thoughts. Triple Z says, I was just the pronoun thing and people went full tit on. Yo, that's facts, man. It is like, look, and don't get me wrong, there's some ugly, poor choices to the game. But, you know, it's really, people are making a bigger deal out of this than what it is, you know? Especially when some of the same people chose to champion other games that have done the same thing or worse. They've championed other games that have done worse. And it's just like, can we at least find some form of consistency, man? Something. But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And let's continue on the laugh brigade, guys, because it doesn't end. It doesn't end because apparently Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man by Insomniac, is an RPG. And so is Ghost of Tsushima. I have played and platinumed both of these games, and I didn't know. I didn't know. And shout out to the homie Astro Cyborg that basically put it on notice. Hey, man, like, yo, Reforge, you know, has let us know that these games are RPG games.
Spider-Man's absolutely an open world action RPG. Yeah, that's an open world action RPG. I think that's fair to say. Ghost of Tsushima's open world action RPG. Sure. RPG will be compared to D&D. It's the more hardcore fans.
Holy shit, how are they RPG games though? This is how you know that, like, people like this were fans of PlayStation, you know, during the PS4 generation. I'm convinced they didn't fuck with PlayStation before that. Because if you fucked with PlayStation before the PS4 generation, you would know what an RPG game is. This is why I have to sit here and say Final Fantasy 16 is not an RPG game. I have to sit here and say that. It is what it is. It is what it is. The template of what, like, your usual PlayStation game is, it varies. It does vary. But Spider-Man, not an RPG game. Miles Morales, not an RPG game. Ghost of Tsushima, not an RPG game. No. That's not what it is.
You probably won't agree on some things which defines an RPG. But isn't this why we have different RPGs? You have CRPG, you have ARPG. I think we should have WRPG. I think we should have Western RPG and JRPG, because I think there's a difference in style and there's a difference in what you do. I don't think JRPG is at all.
I do agree. This is true. What he's saying is true. But these two games you listed are not RPG games.
Meant to seem like Japanese-based RPGs are somehow less than. I think they're different, and I think that's important to know. Just like calling something an action RPG does not mean it's like less than another RPG.
So they call Final Fantasy 16 an action RPG. That's wrong. It's literally wrong.
Ghost and Spider-Man are definitely not RPGs. Sure they are.
No, they are not, sir.
You have levels,
they fucking
you have
are
skills,
not.
You have abilities. You change exactly what you're doing.
And you unlock them
those
all.
Are markers of an RPG.
You unlock them all, motherfuck.
I would imagine Spider-Man does. I mean, I could be wrong, but I would imagine that it classifies itself as an action RPG. Open world action RPG.
It does not.
The reason why we have to call it that is why the category is pointless without bright defining lines. No, I don't agree with that. I think at this point, when
No, everything is everything. everything is every fucking thing. That's what it is. Everything, every video game is every video game genre. The OG Mario, Super Mario. You know what? I don't even want to go there, man. Oh my god. This is the problem now. This is the problem when Square tries to say that Final Fantasy 16 is an RPG. Because if Final Fantasy 16 is an RPG, everything is a fucking RPG. Everything. And I've been saying this for a while, and a lot of people don't realize this, that all these companies keep trying to, like, they're trying to make RPG games like, how do you say? RPG games, like actual legitimate RPGs, are niche. They are niche. They're trying to make it more like a more widespread, you know, normie sort of game type. It's not. It's not, because this is why games like Final Fantasy 16 exist. This is why people think that they like certain games, that, you know, basically fooling people into liking RPG games when that's not their style of play. They're not into that. And that's just what it is. Like, you're not into RPGs. That's why Fallout 4 pretty much ditched a lot of what, you know, makes Fallout an RPG. Fallout 4 is so fucking streamlined for a normie just to make maximized profits that it literally does not feel like an RPG game anymore. It doesn't. It's just an action game with mediocre shooting mechanics. That's just what it is. And they're trying to normalize, like, RPGs are, you know, mainstream as fuck. No. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to change Final Fantasy to be more streamlined for the casual audience. You wouldn't have to do that. Adriano Antonio says Final Fantasy 16 is a movie. Yeah. I mean, and there's things that I like about Final Fantasy 16, but it's so fucking shallow. It is such a shallow fucking game. I'm depressed because it's like my most highly anticipated game. And I don't like it. I don't hate it. I'm upset that I don't like it. NPC trying to define RPG. Reforged Gaming looks like a fucking... You know what? I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one. I'm not gonna be an asshole. I'm an asshole, but I'm not gonna be one. Whereas Paris says, I don't know that RPGs are niche per se. WoW is an RPG. It's one of, if not the biggest game in the world. D&D is an RPG. It's a billion-dollar industry. So I don't know if niche is the right word. And, you know, I do understand that because those games can find, like, this insane audience. But it's, like, the same type of people that actually really, really like those games. Like, for me, I like to think that I liked WoW when I played it. Did I really get into WoW when I played it? Yo, I'm sorry. WoW is for fucking nerds. No, I'm playing. I'm not playing, but I'm playing. But it's like the same type of people that actually really, really like that shit, you know? And I feel like even WoW tried to like be more mainstream. And it's one of those things where I don't know. I can't really speak to it. I'm not a big WoW person. I played WoW when I was a kid because I was like blown the fuck away. But I haven't played WoW in years. You could speak to it more than me. That's your bag. You just want Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? I just don't like. There's this facade that RPGs, and we could have this debate on how, like, you know, how popular RPG games are. But I know for a fact, and I think that you could at least meet me to this point, where it's paradise, that they are trying to make it seem as though RPGs are for normies, and it's not. They are not. They're doing everything to try and make it be the case, but they just are not for normies. Normies don't want to crunch numbers. They don't want to fucking do that shit. They don't want to get into what makes an RPG game. And that's why a lot of these games that are, you know, RPGs or like have really, they're very faintly have RPG elements in them. That's why they do that. Because, you know, the normie doesn't want to crunch the numbers. They aren't into RPGs on that level. Most people don't like turn-based, it seems. They don't. They hate that shit. I didn't like it either, but then I grew up. I mean, I ain't trying to go about it that way. I mean, that's like a simplistic way to explain. When I was a kid, I didn't really like turn-based RPGs because I wanted stuff that was more flashy, and I didn't appreciate a turn-based RPG game for what they were until I played a few of them and really found like the love of it. It's a different type of love. It's for a different type of person. So it's true. It's just the turn-based RPGs aren't for the normie crowd, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Yo, what's good, Gray? Good to see you, fam. Oh boy, Gray early pulling up. Feel like a good enough game makes you want to sit through the turn-based system. That's facts. It's got to be that game that clicks with you for whatever reason. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a great game or a good game. It's just that one game that for whatever reason grabs you. Whereas Paradise says, I'll totally meet you there. That's fair. I do still think there needs to be some innovation in the RPG scene, though, to avoid repetition and all games feel the same. That's facts. No, that's with any genre. I've been saying for the longest time, like, games haven't changed since 7th gen. It's been the same shit. It's been the same shit, except like microtransactions up the ass and fucking just charges. Charges upon charges upon charges over nonsense and battle passes. That's the only changes that have been made since 7th gen. Hey, Pulu Wulu, appreciate you pulling up. Have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourself. Life is Strange is an RPG. Oh, God. Jesus. Anyway.
When you hear RPG, you assume you will be leveling up to some degree. There will be some semblance of a skill tree with abilities. And that's pretty much it. And I think that that's okay. I think that's fine.
You can't make a build in Spider-Man. What are you talking about, dude? Everything is an RPG. Based upon that, every fucking game just about is an RPG.
I don't think you need bright lines for stuff like that. Let's see. Open world action.
I wonder if he feels smart that he's beaten Spider-Man. Did you feel smarter, sir? Did you crunch your numbers in Spider-Man?
And yeah, they don't have it classified on here. They're just talking about it on the Spider-Man. I'm looking on the Spider-Man Steam page.
Oh my God.
Strategy RPG. Just because there are levels.
Hold on. We're talking about Spider-Man, but we're also mentioning strategy RPG. What are we doing here?
And skill trees does not make it an RPG. You're not the definer of RPG, though. The gaming community and gaming developers.
Neither are you, motherfucker. Neither are you. Holy shit, dog. What the fuck?
I think they are collectively the definer.
The devs are collectively defining the people that define what their game is. And you know what? The devs said that certain games are RPGs. They're not. Then there's some devs out there that say certain games is RPGs. The devs said that Final Fantasy 16 is RPG. I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't. It ain't. Man, my internet failing me tonight. I think we good. Yo, real talk though. Real talk though. What's hilarious is he went to the Steam page. Let me see. We good? I think we good. Are we good? We good, homies? My bad. Like I said, freaking McDonald's connection, man. McDonald's connection. He is definitely full of himself. He is super full of himself. But the deal is, guys, like, what is hilarious about this? I gotta buy the Big Mac. Bro, I don't want to eat a Big Mac. Ugh. I don't know what it is, but like fast food used to taste good when I was a kid. Now it's like force feeding yourself. But what the funniest thing about this is that he looked on Steam in hopes that Steam would tell him what he wanted to see, and he got caught in real time. He got caught homie got caught in real time.
You are not. A single person cannot be the arbiter of this because we have to have understanding. And right now, we have understanding.
Yes, we have to have understanding. You do not define what an RPG is because clearly you don't know what an RPG is. You don't know.
When someone says action RPG, I know what they mean. Now, you can straighten your glasses and say, actually, that's not an RPG. But with all due respect, nobody cares about that.
Words mean nothing. That's what he's explaining here. I'm right, and words mean nothing. Just accept what I say.
Like, pedantically defining bright lines of what is and isn't an RPG doesn't lead to a greater understanding or greater communication. It's just...
It literally does! If people across the board have an understanding of what the fuck words mean, then people would understand it. People would, if you literally blur the lines of everything to where nothing means anything, then nobody knows. Then you could bullshit people, which is what you're fucking doing right now, dude. What the fuck is this? What is this mindset?
Like, pedantically defining bright lines of what is and isn't an RPG doesn't lead to a greater understanding or greater communication. It's
properly defining what things are does not lead to people understanding what those things are. That's what this dumb fuck is arguing right now. And Astro, thank you so much for doing the Lord's work here. For literally doing the Lord's work. All we have to do is play the tape. This is insane. You're stealing my tequila? This is like the whole discussion we had on woke. Oh, Leon, like people just use that shit and they don't know like what it means because like so many people have different understandings, and that's why people don't understand anything.
It's just arguing for the sake of arguing.
You're arguing for the sake of arguing because you don't want to actually adhere to the proper definition of what the discussion is.
When someone says that Spider-Man or Horizon is an action RPG, that I know exactly what they mean. I'm not confused.
I know what they mean. And you should too. Yo, this dude is fucking insane. I believe in the lie. So therefore you should not seek the truth. You should simply just accept the lie. That's what this motherfucker is saying.
Confused. I'm not like, well, that's strange. I know exactly what they're saying. We're having an understanding, which means we don't need to adjust definitions or get pedantic about it. That's why I think this discussion's worth having, because it's like, some of y'all get so narrow, it's like, that's just disruptive to the conversation. So I can say that Cyberpunk is...
You guys seek the truth. That is why we can't have a straightforward conversation of bullshit. That's yeah. Oh my god, what is this? What are we listening to? And I listened to the first like 10 to 20 seconds of the first video that we played. And I'm like, no, I'm saving this for the live stream. We're going to go. I did not think that he was really going to go this far. I did not think so. This is insane.
Both a shooter and an RPG. And that shouldn't be confusing to anybody. That should not be confusing to anybody.
Then why don't you want to actually establish what it is definitively so there's no more debate? His thing is just accept what I say so there's no more debate.
That's confusing. You're being willfully confused, like you're choosing to be confused. That's very straightforward. It's like, oh,
projection.
it's an RPG. That means there's skills, there's skill points, there's abilities. I level up. Oh, it's a shooter? Yeah, one of the main ways you can play the game the entire time is with guns. It's a shooter. Now, you can avoid the guns and play with a sword or a hammer. That doesn't mean it's suddenly not a shooter. There's plenty of games you can play with guns that you can play pacifist. The ability to play pacifist doesn't mean it's not a shooter. Watering down RPG isn't helpful. True RPGs are unique, and most games have taken many elements but don't have them at all. Why is watering...
My brain
you're
hurts.
claiming it's a watering down, and you're claiming it's not helpful. So you're claiming two things. I need your premise to be defended. How is it watering down to applied in different ways? CRPG, ARPG, like we're applying it in different avenues. We're saying, well, this is an action RPG.
But you're wrong.
Right? It's like calling something a rom-com. It's a romantic comedy. We're modifying comedy.
It's called subgenres, dickhead. Subgenres, dickhead. There's a third video. I'm scared.
It's got comedy elements. The Office, Parks and Rec, Modern Family. These would be considered dramedies. We're sort of creating hybrids. Why? Well, because that's how you define something. You grab its classifications, its qualifications, its identity markers, and you try to class.
But Spider-Man is not. It is an action game. It is an action game. It's not an RPG. It doesn't fall into a subgenre if it doesn't exist in the fucking genre to begin with. Motherfuck. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. This dude. Yo, thank you so much, Black Cobra, for the 2. Appreciate you, dog. He says, that it Reforged, you just lost your brain privileges. You ain't lying. Holy crap, dude. This guy should not be allowed to think.
Classify it. What kind of rock is this? What kind of plant is this? What kind of mammal is this? You would look at it and you would try to come up with all the classifications. Are certain card games not also tabletop games? There doesn't have to be hard partitions between things. When people argue over the definition of something, then it hasn't been defined properly. No, I think it's been defined properly. I think people are being needlessly pedantic about it. I think you're being needlessly pedantic. No one's confused when someone says Horizon Forbidden West is an action RPG. No one's like, what do you mean? I don't...
Bitch, I am confused. I am lost and confused in Stupid Town. This is stupid. This is literally stupid, and that is why I am confused. I'm not stupid, because I'm not fucking crazy like you are, motherfucker. I am not crazy.
Oh no, RPGs are tabletop dice rolling games where you determine the outcome of the story. I'm really confused. Does that happen in Horizon Forbidden West? Nobody's confused by that. We all know what it means. Refusal to accept an accepted colloquialism doesn't mean we haven't reached a consensus. It just means you're being stubborn about it. Yo, it's good, A9S. It's got...
No, it means you are being a lying sack of shit. That's what it means, bro. That is insane. Gray Early says there's a difference between an action RPG and an action game with RPG elements. That's facts. Like, these games were designed to be action games. and they do sprinkle in like little things about that could relate to an RPG. But it's not an RPG. These games were created to be action games, first and foremost. Why is he bringing TV into this? Because he's desperate to find, instead of just being like, you know what, let's look up the definition, or, you know, let's actually, you know, establish lines. Instead of saying, let's establish what the lines are, he's saying, don't establish what the lines are, and then using what about is. That's all it is, man. That's crazy. I didn't think it was gonna go that deep. I knew there were 3 videos behind it, but I didn't think it was going to get that insane. Wow. We are lost. Like, as a society, we can't even define basic things, and that is what the problem is. This is the breakdown. Because we can't even converse in basic ways. Because we can't even as a society, in our own general vicinity, have basic understanding of anything. And this goes into all sorts of other things going on right now. It's sad that it's the case, but it is the case. But yo, I just want to say thank you guys, man. We hit 50 likes. We passed the goal for tonight, so thank you so much for that. Obviously, you know, I definitely, in the very least, you know, I don't ask for much, but if you guys, you know, I appreciate all the help with that. So thank you so much. If you haven't hit the like button, appreciate that. But real quick, gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna get right back into it, because it gets crazier. It gets more insane, guys. Somehow, some way, it gets more insane. But give me about 2 minutes, guys. All right, guys, you have properly shamed me, okay? H2O, okay? You've properly shamed me. No Diet Coke. We got water now. Wait, hold up. Triple Z said, "Hold that pee in, bro." Do we want to have a R. Kelly moment? Because if I have to make myself look bad, I'm going to make it a moment where I do pee on you too. You know what? You know, Deer Park water does sound sus. There's probably deer pee in it. I'm drinking deer pee. What a way to advertise, right? Deer pee. Not Deer Park, but deer pee. There we go. There we go. Oh man, but Retromania says if Spider-Man had multiple party members, you can choose and multiple endings. Yes, I would call it an RPG, but it doesn't have any role-playing elements because it isn't a role-playing game. Exactly, bro. For people nowadays, it's enough to have a skill tree or side quest to be considered an RPG. An RPG is more than just that. Witcher 3 is an RPG because you have multiple endings, and each choice you make impacts the character's status and how other people see you. JRPGs are RPGs because you have multiple party members you control, and you could change your party members, you customize your team, and your skills are and equipment. You roleplay, exactly. Bro, you put it better than I ever could. Shout out to Retromania. By the way, he does have a dope-ass YouTube channel where he does talk about a lot of RPGs. That's his bag. He loves RPG games, so I default to the expert. Retromania is indeed the expert. But definitely check out his YouTube channel if you're into RPGs and all that. Yo, Cam Nuggets, what's good, fam? What is up? Good to see you. Melonie Mac has proven to me that she can't debate. She cannot debate at all. At all. And it's actually, the discussions on a sentiment I actually do agree with her on. But she's like a block of wood when it comes to debating her point. So we're going to get into that. Matter of fact, we might as well jump into it. No, wait, hold on. We do have one more thing we do have to go over before that. Because I do want to get y'all's thoughts on just the Xbox situation. I did make a video and there's so much leakage over at Xbox that my video didn't cover it all. Mind you, I was up at 5 in the morning making that video, so. Yo, Retromania, there's a lot of people that call themselves experts, and you know a lot less than you in their particular field of, you know, what their expertise is. Let's just put it that way, okay? So I consider you an expert, sir. You may not consider yourself, and I think that's you are very humble in that scenario. Melonie Mac has nothing interesting to say ever. And you know what? If you feel that way, I mean, I don't really watch, like, all these big YouTubers. I hate watching big YouTubers. I hate it. I've never liked it. You never see me, like, writing in, like, a big streamer's chat. Like, I don't fuck with that shit. Like, to me, the fact that people that get big, I don't vibe with them. I just don't vibe with them. It is what it is, you know? That's just how I've always been. So it's like, you don't really see me watching these individuals very much. That's not really my bag. we could talk about Starship Troopers game. It looks awesome. Is there a new one or the one that recently came out? Oh shit. Yo. Hey, what's good, Alex, man? What's good with you, fam? Exposed? Nah, what's good with you, bro? Hope you're having a good week. Happy Thursday. Salt Miner number 2. There's a lot of salt, man. There's a lot of work to be done. That's just what it is. It is a fuck ton of work to be done. There's no shortage. There's no shortage at all. Oh shit, we got Foot Clan. Foot Clan rising up. Yo, I'm about to put some feet in the chat. And I hate feet. I hate feet, but I have to respect Foot Clan. Y'all are crazy. Look, here's Ziggy feet. Here we go. I hate feet, but I love Ziggy's feet. There we go. So much so it's an actual emote, so. The Bald Clan. There we go. I can meet you halfway. I'm not a foot person, but Ziggy got the best toe beans in the business. The best. So, I'm about to start an OnlyFans for Ziggy. So I know that he's a young lad, but I am, you know, he's my child, and we're gonna put his toes up there. And I'm sure that at least Lobo is probably gonna buy a subscription to see Ziggy's toes. He's definitely into that. Bald Clan. Hey yo, this ain't a Dreamcast guy live stream. What the fuck? Hey, Talos, appreciate you pulling up, fam. Have a good rest of the week. Gear up for the weekend, man. Be good and stay safe. Hey, yes, sir. Retromania with the Ziggy Beans, baby. You want to see my feet? I don't think you want to see size 11s. You know, it is what it is. There's nothing to show. There's maybe too much to show. That'd be me showing too much. Let's just say, look, man, if I go full Foot Clan, I'm going to kill somebody. It is what it is. That's just what it boils down to. I'm almost 5'8". I refuse to say I'm strictly 5'7". I'm 5'7 and a half. When you died of alcohol poisoning, look, Lobo, we've already established that you will indeed give money to dudes. And Ziggy's a dude, so there you go. Like, that's all. That's what it is. You give money exclusively to men, and that's completely fine. And Ziggy's a young lad. He's a young man. And you could pay for his toe beans. That's really what it is. But you know what? Let's. We almost 2 hours into it. Let's get into this debate on side scrollers. And as you guys know, I don't like David Jaffe very much. That's me and David Jaffe got a little beef. We got a little beef going back a little ways. And I'm not gonna lie, he's a bit of a disrespectful guy. I'm a bit of a disrespectful chick. And it is what it is. He's very stern in his beliefs, and I'm very stern in mine. And we don't really agree on too much. I will say, though, I will give a shout out. I must give a shout out to David Jaffe when it's just deserved. Him exposing that fucking loser for not having played Starfield at all was hilarious. So shout out to him for that. I could be fair. That was amazing. So I think that was freaking awesome. Because there are a lot of people talking a lot of smack about Starfield, literally pretending that they played the game. Now, if you're the type of person you talk about Starfield and you're just like, well, these are the reasons why I refuse to play the game. Okay, you established that You're not playing the game and you're telling us why. But these are people literally pretending they've played through at least a portion of the game to act like they have some form of credibility as to why they can hate on it. Yes, side scrollers. Personally, the only side scrollers video I've watched is the one where they had DSP on it. Because DSP is amazing. Shout out to DSP. Shout out to DSP. That dude is an infinite amount of content. Not for himself, but for everyone else. And he's very entertaining to watch. Oh no, censorship too. You a foot guy? I don't understand the foot fetish thing at all. I do not understand it. I hate feet. Feet are so gross. I respect people that wear socks and slides. Thank you, because I don't want to see your feet. People that wear socks and slides are the true champions of society. Hell yeah, Tommy. Socks and slides all fucking day, bro. Facts. Man, socks and slides are an insane level of comfort. Yo, look, man. Alex got it on Saturday. He can roast me on Saturday. It's all good, man. It's all good. If he wants to do a little I respect Foot Clan. Y'all wild. Y'all are wild. So I gotta give y'all your flowers. But the concept of feet is horrifying to me. So you guys are a horror story, and I respect the horror story. So for me, feet, not my thing. Not my thing at all. Oh, you're not into feet? Okay. I'm glad that we share that in common, censorship too. But yeah, this is, when it comes to gaming, everything is now political. That's just what it is. Everything is now political, so we're going to talk about everything, apparently. All right, Leon, appreciate you pulling up, bro. Outie for the night. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Yeah, deuces. Peace out, Leon. Do you very much like the cheek on side scrollers called blabs? I'm not familiar. I know so little about this group. The DSP thing was amazing. That shit was like how many hours, and I watched every little bit of that shit. But yeah, there was a little bit of debate between David Jaffe and Melonie Mack, and the topic was, well, bathrooms. Transgender individuals, particularly walking into the women's restroom. You're a titty and ass guy. No feet, please. Never seen a chick, and when she has some fine ass feet, there are dudes that are all about that shit, man. And yo, if that's your bag, it is what it is. I can't understand. I will never, ever, ever understand. Wish you can go back to in-game politics, not real politics in games. Well, here's the problem, Mad Hatter. Unfortunately, a lot of writers in modern day games, they have no idea how to actually write. So the thought of them creating politics in video games, that's too much of a big endeavor for a lot of these people. So yeah, they prefer to put politics in their real life into the games. That's the problem. But I thought this was an interesting segment that they had on side scrollers, basically on the discussion of transgender people, particularly, male to female going into women's restrooms.
Who would want anybody to be uncomfortable, but certainly not a woman that feels like she can be attacked. Let's fix that. Let's do that. I'm with you.
Gender neutral bathroom. I feel like, why doesn't that solve things
but-
for everybody?
Why not have a colored bathroom and a water
That's
fountain for colored
different.
people? Why is it?
And it's crazy because it's like David Jaffe is obviously a dude. I'm sure he doesn't have to be concerned with anybody that happens to walk into the bathroom unless they're walking into the bathroom with a gun or maybe they're highly intoxicated acting a fool. Other than that, you know, for the most part, David Jaffe, you know, he's a grown man. He's not very old. He's an elder, you know, he's an older guy. But worst case scenario, I think the average dude would look at David Jaffe and be like, I probably ain't gonna fuck with him. I'm gonna probably look for like, you know, a little skinny dude that's probably looking down at his phone, like one of these young heads that are like that are pencil neck and they're looking down at their phone and not paying attention. If they wanted to do something nefarious, right? I don't think they're gonna look at David Jaffe and be like, yeah, oh yeah, that's the easy pickings here. They're gonna skip over David Jaffe for the most part. So he doesn't understand what it is to be a woman and be in a situation where like maybe a dude walks into the bathroom and they could be, you know, identify as something or another. But if I'm in the restroom and I see someone that clearly, you know, is a male biologically, I'm gonna be like, something's up here. This is a little bit concerning. That's just what it is. Especially now, if there is if there is gender neutral bathrooms altogether, because those do exist in the world, then I expect that. But when there is, you know, women bathroom for women only, and then bathroom for male only, I'm gonna be like, okay, so if a dude walks into the bathroom, I'm gonna assume something is wrong with them. Either they're highly intoxicated, either maybe they're you know, they up to some bullshit. That's just what it is. I'm gonna be slightly concerned, naturally, because when you're telling me a motherfucker can't read woman or man, that is concerning. And then when you have a dude, a biological male that claims to be female, and some of them, look, there's some people that are trans that pass for the opposite gender. And you know what? I don't have a problem with them walking in. If it's a dude that identifies as a female and they look like a female, I'm not gonna doubt, like, at a passing glance, oh, that's a chick. Then I don't care because I don't know. And clearly you're putting in that effort to look the opposite gender. So you've succeeded. And if you walk into the woman's bathroom, I'm not going to second guess you because you know what? It's a female, as far as I could tell. At passing glance, as far as I could tell. So I don't care. But when you have dudes, and there are nefarious dudes out here that identify as female, invading women's only spaces for whatever gain, whatever intention they have, it is a problem. This is happening in women's bathrooms, women's sports, women's only spaces. This is a problem because there is nefariousness. And it's like, look, I'm sure that there's people out there, there's dudes out there that are, you know, biological men, identify as women. And they really are, they do have gender dysphoria. And they do have these issues. And they do want to have a life as a woman. And you know what? I understand that. I understand. And there's some people that just want to live that life and they don't want to make it a problem. But they have this medical condition that is gender dysphoria that leads to this issue that they're dealing with. And I feel for that. 100% I feel for that. But there's also the reality that this is a fad for some people. This is a fad or an exploit for some people out here. And nobody wants to fucking address it. Nobody. And this is the fucking problem. But guess what? David Jaffe, he doesn't have to deal with the problem, with this problem because he has a fucking dick. And a lot of women are saying, well, there's people out here, there's biological men that some of them are identifying as female. Some of them, it might be because they genuinely do have gender dysphoria. Some of them, maybe they're doing this because it is a fad to a lot of people nowadays. And then there's some of them that do it nefariously because it leads to them being able to do certain things that people before would question. But David Jaffe himself doesn't have to deal with this fucking shit. But if you talk about this, then you're instantly labeled a problem. And this is a nuanced conversation. That's the thing. It's a nuanced conversation because there's different categories that individuals fall into when it comes to the transgender discussion.
Racism is not an equivalent. Like we've
It
gone
is an
over this.
equivalent.
Biology,
And he's literally, and let me bring this back a little bit.
everybody.
Why not have a colored bathroom and a water
That's
fountain for colored
different.
people? Why is it
Racism
different?
is not an equivalent.
And I agree with Melonie Mack here. Racism is not an equivalent. No one's going to be concerned with a black woman walking into the women's restroom. That's not a proper equivalent.
Like we've
It
gone
is
over
an
this.
equivalent.
Biology.
We have
there
not
are
gone
huge
over it. You
biology
keep coming back
differences
to
in
the
strength.
fact. You keep coming back to the fact that the comparison doesn't work because racism and having trans issues are not the same thing. I'm not comparing those things.
Then why did you bring them up? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And this is my problem with Melonie. She is correct because she is a woman that has to deal with this shit.
I'm saying if you don't have the data to back up something, then all you've got is your uncomfortability.
And here's the thing too. What do we classify as data? What is reported and what is not reported? How many women claim like there's like how many years now we've women that claim that they have been assaulted and they talk about how it happened like 30 years ago, whether it's true or not. I happen to believe that a lot of this shit probably isn't true. But how many women come out now after 30, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years and say, yeah, I was assaulted? How can we collect data from people that don't report some of this shit and just choose not to acknowledge a potential loophole in this way of thinking? And it's obviously a loophole. I'm not saying that every transgender individual that is male to female walking into the women's restroom are there for nefarious purposes. But it could likely be the case that there is some that possibly do that. And it's likely the case that this happening does make women uncomfortable. Especially when they do not pass for the opposite gender.
And what is comparable are the fact that there have been many times in society where people were uncomfortable with Jews, Muslims, gays, black folks.
Let's avoid, basically David Jaffe saying, let's avoid the nuanced conversation.
Trans folks, and eventually they got over it. And if they didn't, that's a them problem.
Get over it.
Women are supposed to get over their uncomfortability unless there's data to back it up. And there may be, Melonie.
That's my question. I don't know what else to say to that.
So back to my question.
Well, then I'm sorry. Then you're not equipped for this conversation.
And this is my problem with Melonie. No fucking spine. No willingness to fight back. Doing the bare minimum here for women. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Melonie. Thank you. And y'all know how I do not like this motherfucker. How I be swinging. Man, get me in there, bro. Get me in there. But you know what? It's probably better that I'm not. Real talk, it's probably better that I'm not in there. Because you know what? The sad thing is when you actually just fucking say what it is, like, it just makes your life a living fucking hell. But the problem is Melonie Mac's already in it. So it's like, why don't you commit? Like, where's the commitment to it? So I have criticism of both of these individuals. The only woman there wasn't equipped for the conversation. And that's crazy to me. Like, why are you not fighting back? Why are you so submissive? What is this? Like, women are just allowing themselves to be battered and beaten by men in fucking dresses. That's what is insane to me. The fact that I keep having to deal with a fucking man that identifies as a woman on Twitter. I don't know how committed they are. But telling me about women's issues when I'm a biological fucking female is insane. And they feel as though it is okay for them to be able to speak over me. And look, guys, I'm not the most feminine female in the world. I'm not. Clearly, you guys could tell. But the reality is, I'm a fucking woman. I was born a woman. I will die a woman. Okay? And this is not something I have a problem with. It is what it is. And that's completely fine. And I happen to be different from the average female, and that's fine too. But come the fuck on, dude. I have to deal with being told I have internal misogyny. Because of that, the fact, it doesn't matter if I'm a woman. It doesn't matter I have a vagina. I shouldn't be allowed to speak in the conversation when it comes to women's only spaces. The reality is, if you're a dude, you're a biological male, and you still, you are not passing as a female, you have a fucking dick, and you're walking into a woman's bathroom. What the fuck is the point? What is the point of having a woman's bathroom then? And this is the problem altogether, just eliminating women's spaces. And women, and while I will say this, men are abused sexually. At times men and at times women. It is a thing. I acknowledge this. But women have to deal with this issue far more. And that is why women's spaces, especially when it comes to bathrooms, stuff like that, should be respected. This is why when some women, they go to a gynecologist, some women only want a female doctor for that. And what should we not, should a woman not be respected for that? There's a lot of women that would like to go to the women's restroom and have that be a woman's only space. Why should that not be respected? There's some women that have been abused sexually that are dealing with that. And that's not something that goes away. There's some women that do not seek help for that. And because of that, they are definitely dealing with this internal situation that I cannot even begin to comprehend. But you're telling me that even those women should be forced to have to get over it? It's fucking insane, bro. Apparently, I guess, I'm a transphobe or some shit.
Why aren't gay people allowed in women's restroom then?
Why aren't gay? Because
they've been assaulted by straight men historically. We all know that we don't have to even talk about that. We know.
Okay.
That. So that's an unsafe environment for them.
Do you think gay?
And he does bring up a good point. There's gay men that have been assaulted by other men. So by that, that's an unsafe zone for potentially gay men as well. Just like it's a claim to be an unsafe zone for trans people.
Men would feel, if there was a metal detector, again, back to the hypothetical, and you could walk through it and it would say that's a gay guy.
Because he can't
that's a
answer
straight
the
guy.
question, so
Do you
hypothetical.
think so?
But
There wasn't
that-
anybody.
This
Hang on a
goes-
minute.
so you don't. You're saying because you don't know who's gay, but anybody can dress up as a woman.
Can we?
Anybody can dress up as a woman. There are men that claim to be straight that dress up as women now, and it's one of those things where it's being kind of normalized. It's no surprise, like when you look at Harry Styles, that dude dresses up as a woman, and guess what? He's praised for it. It is becoming a popular thing for a man to wear a dress, and you know what? If that's what you want to do, you do you, but you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. There is definitely a push to feminize men. At that point, what is the point of having women's only spaces? And mind you, there is an issue where women's spaces are being invaded. How many records are being broken in women's sports by biological men that identify as women? And a lot of them that I've seen do very little to be convincing. Just, it doesn't take, there's no line that's drawn. So it's like, all you have to do is just say, oh, I'm this. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we can't have an honest conversation. And it's ridiculous that David Jaffe actually does fucking have, like, why are you talking? You should shut the fuck up.
Can we stick to your thing first? So I'm saying I want to make sure.
But you already changed it. You literally changed it up. So you're not sticking to his shit. You just want to change it. Move the goalpost.
In the scenario, we know you're a gay guy going into a female room. So the women in there are not like these guys are lying. Okay. So you're saying that if you are gay, here's what I would say. I would say if you're gay and we have that technology, then unless there's historical data to show that you're assaulting women, gay dudes are assaulting women, then yeah, go use a woman's bathroom. Ideally, I want everyone to be comfortable and happy.
Women just have to take the hit. Women have to make the sacrifices. Women have
Melonie,
to be
that's
in
exactly
danger.
that's exactly.
And here's the thing. I 100% disagree with that. It should not be up to me to make some sort of sacrifice because of the lifestyles you chose to have. Listen, guys, I am a biological female. I happen to like wearing guys' clothes. Sometimes there's some clothes that I wear that are female, but I like to wear guys' clothes. I like to wear guys' jeans. You know why? Because their pockets are deeper. I like to wear guys' t-shirts. You know why? Because they're looser. They're really loose. They're really chilled out. I feel more comfortable in that. And it's more my style. A lot of guys' clothes tend to be my particular style, what I like. Guess what comes with that occasionally? Guess what does come with that occasionally? Occasionally, I'll go to a store, I'll order something, and someone will say, will that be all, sir? That happens sometimes. And you know what I do? I just say, yeah, that's it. That's what I say. Because it's one of those things, I am self-aware that I dress this way and that it will be perceived at times in a way that I get it. Like, if you think that I'm a guy because we happen to talk for 2 seconds, I happen to order some shit, and that's the only thing we have between us, then I understand if you would mistaken me as a male. I get it. I'm not going to sit here and be upset with you. I'm going to talk to you for 2 fucking seconds. You think I'm going to waste my time, the time of my life to fucking correct you? Are you kidding me? No. I'm simply going to say, yeah, that's it. Grab my drink, keep it moving. It is not, I'm not going to sit here and demand that you fucking, that you adhere to something just because of my choice. I chose this as my style. Because of that, some people may get the wrong perception. Some people assume automatically that I'm gay. That's another one too. And you know what? I don't care. Whatever. What the fuck ever. I understand what comes with the choice that I make. And guess what? If you choose to identify as the opposite gender, or if you choose to identify as something or another, something in between, I don't know what's in between, a man and a woman, but you choose to not identify, You choose to withdraw. That is your choice. That is your choice, and you should not force people to adhere to your choice that is out of the ordinary. I should not have to suffer just because you are a biological male that chooses to identify as a female. I should not have to feel uncomfortable for that. I should not have to fucking be concerned about going to the women's restroom, or just eliminate the fucking restroom, male, female altogether. Because what is the point? It's named that for a fucking reason. Trump is right. He is speaking on that because his child identifies as trans. Cass, you're not creating a safe space for me when I go to buy clothes from the men's section. Oh, man. It has happened before where I've been hit on by chicks. And you know what? I just have a conversation with them. It's nothing crazy. And keep it moving. Like, I'm not here to fucking, like, I'm not here to give you a whole conversation of how I'm not into it. There's ways to just talk to people and just have a normal conversation. I'd rather just have a normal conversation that isn't like butting heads. Just to keep it moving. But they demand that you fucking stop with the normal way of life because they choose to do something different. And that's not how it works. It just is not how it works. Women are going to feel uncomfortable walking into the women's restroom and someone like the fucking person that the GameStop ma'am, someone that looks like the GameStop ma'am walking into a women's restroom, naturally, some chicks are going to be like, what, huh? Huh? No. And that's just what comes with it. Some chicks are going to be like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And you know what? That's okay. But there's some women that are going to feel some type of way about it. And it could be just because it's not normal. Just because it says women and clearly you don't assimilate. Or it could be because they have been abused in some way by a man and feel highly concerned. And that is a triggering thing for them. And it should not be, well, they shouldn't feel that way. Fuck out of here, bro. Women shouldn't be fucking getting beat by fucking biological men in women's sports. Imagine that shit. Fuck out of here, bro. It's a thing, man. It's a fucking thing, and it's a problem. It's not, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because biologically, whether you want to admit to or not, men and women are different. Take it from the tomboy. I may dress up in guys' clothes, but at the end of the day, I'm a female. There's things that I cannot change. I don't want to change because you know what? Despite me being a tomboy, I'm perfectly okay with being a female. That's me. This is me. As an adult, the transition from forget transitioning from one gender to another. The transition from being a teenager into becoming an adult is learning to accept yourself. It's not about time. You are still a fucking child if you can't learn how to accept yourself. That is what it is. That is a part of adulthood. That is a part of the transition into adulthood. Accepting yourself. Yeah, that's an actual, that is a fact about David Jaffe. He does have a child that is transgender. So. I'm sorry, like, it is what it is. There's no way you can normalize this because it is not normal. It's not normal. And to say that a woman shouldn't feel uncomfortable when you don't even know what that woman has been through? Who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck are you? Facts, Cassie, you an OG, like it or not, gotta lead by example. Yeah, no, that's facts, man. And you know what, man? There's some people that maybe will see this, maybe not, and say, oh, fuck this bitch for that. But it is what it is. It is just what it is. And I try my best to be, you know, to understand. I really fucking do. But you have to understand that this does not fly. It just isn't gonna fly. The only way it will fly is if you force people to accept it in fear. And that is what is being pushed now. They want you to fear opposing something that is completely abnormal. To live in fear. They don't care. A lot of people that fall into this, like into accepting this, it's not genuine. They want to pretend it is. They'll even fight for that side. And look, I get it, because there's some transgender people that I understand. It is genuine. It is a genuine thing for some people. But that's just some. And there's a lot of people that just fall in line with it out of fear.
Exactly what I'm saying, Melonie. That's everything I'm saying. There is no, this is what a lot of you guys do. And shame on you. Shame on you, Melonie, because you know what?
She just sits there and takes it. This is what some of you guys do. Just be honest. And it's just like the way Melonie Mac handles this shit is insane to me, man.
You know, as a woman, doesn't matter on my own safety.
No, you're absolutely right. Your opinion, what I am saying on this show, and what I have said for the last 2 hours, you're right, Melonie. I'm saying your opinion as a woman doesn't matter. I don't care if you're uncomfortable. I don't care if you're unsafe. All of those things that you just said that you attributed to me, you're right. Now take that in a soundbite and run with it and do about 70,000 hits on your YouTube video, and let's all be happy, because shame on you.
And it is one of those things where it's like, yes, you have a daughter that's trans, so you feel this way. And that's what it is, but you can't ignore the reality of what comes with that.
When I'm trying to have an actual nuanced fucking conversation where people's lives are impacted, whether it's at a legal level, a law level, a voting level, a safety level, and you are reducing what I am saying to like, well, you just think because I'm a woman.
You said women should get over it, so I don't know.
I said if you're uncomfortable, you should get over it. If it's the uncomfortability is not based on data when it comes to women.
Who cares what women go through if it's not based upon data and some of this data collected? You know, all data collected, mind you, is not complete. So unless you go up to every single woman in the country to collect this data from, and every single woman happens to be honest, because guys, remember, all women always tell the truth, right? Oh my God, dude. Yo, what's good with you, TSWS? A lot of the world is ignorant to basic respect while keeping it moving. I understand that certain activists want to change things, but don't ask me to give up my rights to make you comfortable. Simple. Exactly. And it's one of those things where you are asking the mass majority of people, half the world essentially, when it comes to women, you're asking half of the people of half the individuals in America to just deal with this being the norm, even though it is not. And there is levels of concern naturally that comes with this. Women and children first when the ship goes down, but the men say, well, we identify as women, so All of that shit is dead. We are not going back to that. If there is a mass catastrophe, there is no women and children first. It's everyone for themselves. That's what society has become.
Being attacked by trans women in women's restrooms.
It
Do you
does
have that
happen.
data?
It does happen, and
A
you
lot of
know
things
it's happened. You
People
know it's
spontaneously combust too, but we don't make laws about it
Okay,
because it's pretty
so
fucking rare.
at what percentage am I
But there are laws being made. There are laws being made that caters to this abnormality. And a lot of that shit gets pushed in places like the UK. Words of Paradise covered this this article, like this situation in which a child who was mentally disabled, I think they were, they had some sort of mental issue. I can't speak to it. Told a female police officer that they looked like a lesbian and related it to their aunt that was lesbian. And that police officer arrested this child with a mental disability over that and said they were being disrespectful, and apparently saying that is enough to get you arrested in the UK. Laws are being made that literally affects people's livelihoods over something that is just not natural. It's not going to take, because it's one of those things where you're asking someone to suspend reality, to suspend, basic understanding of everyday average society for this. It's naturally not going to catch. And there are some people that it won't catch because maybe they are, happen to be malicious about it. But it's naturally not going to catch because it isn't natural. It's crazy how things work because it just is what it is, right? That's just how it works. The only way this works if it's force, by law, by fear, inflicting the concept of, if you don't do this, you will suffer. We will force you to suffer if you do not allow something that is not natural to become the norm. It happened to the men's spaces and no one batted an eye. And you know what? That's true too. That's true too, Hollywood would burn. Biology does not matter when you can get on a normal high ground. That's true too.
valid for being concerned then?
You are probably valid for being concerned right now, because your concern I respect. You being uncomfortable, I don't say fuck you. I say, yeah, that sucks, you're uncomfortable.
But fuck you. That's literally what it's saying. Get over it. This is why I just do not like David Jaffe. It's kind of a dick face. Kind of a dick face, man. David Jaffe's being a pig, yeah. No, definitely. And I just wish that, I wish and I hope that we could find some sort of, common ground. But we do have to establish realities here. Being trans is very exceptionally rare. Especially when you do actually distinguish who is diagnosed with gender dysphoria and who's not. It becomes extremely rare. It goes from rare to super duper rare. Data also changes all the time. That's facts too, Tommy. That is facts too. Biology does not matter. It happened. Yep. Trump says you are what you were born as. And you know what? I do agree with that sentiment as well, but I do acknowledge the fact that people have, nobody is the same. People's brains are wired differently. Some people are born with, mental health issues naturally. That is just the way that their brain is wired, just like some people are born with general health issues that don't relate to one's brain functionality. That is what it is, you know? So there are definitely abnormalities. And you know what? I'm not in that camp, so I can't really speak to that. So I do acknowledge that there are people out there that are different for some specific reason or another. Like I'm not a very feminine female, but I am a woman. It is what it is. You know, and I'm completely fine being a woman because that is what I'm born as. It's just that I dress differently from the average female, and we keep it moving. That's what it is. Mad Hatter says, I feel bad for real trans people being grifted on because people want to play the trendy victim game. And this is a thank you for making that point, because I feel exactly the same way. I feel exactly the same way. It's unfortunate that we're here, but we're here. Censorship Tube says some people are trans, others are cross-dressers, others are doing it for how can I put this? For self-griftification. That is also facts. That is also facts. And it's good, and we have to establish that there are nuances here. FTW also brings up another thing that I stand by wholeheartedly. Do you, but don't bother me, is how I live. In fact, that's the libertarian standpoint. That's how I am. But you can't ignore the reality that there are women that are going to feel uncomfortable with men walking into the women's restroom. It cannot be ignored, and you can't expect every woman to just accept it for what it is, because every woman's situation is different. But yeah, guys, that's the one thing that I think was a good conversation. If the mob comes for me, then so be it, I guess. Whatever, man. Whatever. But I'm getting on to happier topics to discuss. Weapon Wheel podcast. I don't know how I fit on a Weapon Wheel. I mean, I was a guest there and it was cool. It was definitely interesting, that's for sure. Astro Cyber saying Jaffe is the king of interrupting people on debates because he doesn't really want to hear the opposing side. He just believes without a shadow of a doubt he's correct. That's just what it is. Everything else is just an inconvenience to him. That's just how his mindset is. But guys, getting into some of this Tokyo Game Show, man. Getting into some of this Tokyo Game Show, because there's been some interesting things that I've been seeing. Particularly like stuff like Dragon's Dogma 2, Pal World. The one that I've been waiting to see new footage on for a long time, it's been years actually, is Where Winds Meet. That shit looks sick. Jaffe might pull up on Weapon Wheel podcast soon. I don't know. That dude's just... he's a fucking clown, not for nothing. The mob will be there for a day, but then it's over and people move on to the next thing to be pissed about. That's facts, FTW. So if it happens, it happens. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to sacrifice having the true discussion for people that are fucking offended by it. So. Pal World is Pokemon with guns. Exactly, Toppy. Such a simple concept. But that over there in Japan, they understand what us Americans like. Guns, guns, and more guns. So Pokemon with guns? Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I actually want to check out this, I haven't checked out this, Sonic Superstars demo.
Let's play. Seems like we are ready to play.
Because I'm really interested in this game. This game looks like a lot of fun.
Started. What is it?
Whoa.
We just chase it? Chase
There
it,
we go.
chase it. Go down.
You'd play Pokemon with guns? Power World looks cool. I'll actually throw it on in a little bit.
We came to
I'm
Bridge
mad that
Island.
the
Okay, now
Chibi
the
doll
game
has
started.
its own camera.
We jumped. We're sandwiched.
I like the art style. It's
Sonic
super
runs
cute.
really fast. Tails can fly, so you should take advantage of their strength. Hurry, hurry. Come on. Should
I was hoping to
did I
see
grab something?
Dragon Quest 3 remake or Dragon Quest 12
Yes.
remake. Nope.
I want to catch
Nada.
it. That's a cooperative play. We go to a mini game. Press the X for a couple of seconds.
Jaffe wouldn't survive
We
Weapon
can
Wheel
have a
podcast
cooperative
with
play,
Jack.
Then the hurdle will be lower.
Yeah, I don't
Character
think
change. Maybe we
Honestly,
change
I'd probably
after 3
rage quit.
turns.
I'd probably go in. I don't think I would
We
quit,
can
but
turn
I don't think
around
we'd be able to have a
completely.
real conversation.
So when I press X, then I can grab something. I wanna catch it. I wanna catch it. Leave that to me. I caught it. No, I
What is
couldn't.
this? I'm so confused. Damn, you are dead.
I
Rip.
dropped it. I couldn't catch
You
it.
satisfied as an
It's
Xbox
quite
guy, which I'm
serious.
guessing
I
is a
was just
minority here, already have
surfing around.
3 Game Pass
Seems like
games
we
for
just did
2024
some
lined up.
sightseeing.
If I
Did
give
I
Octopath
catch it?
Traveler 2 a chance despite not
It's really
being the first.
cute.
I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with the Xbox event. It's just
the
that it wasn't
coin
very
was
eventful.
wasted.
But yeah, there's definitely some
Someone
dope
was
stuff coming to
watching.
Game Pass, man. If you're like if you like Japanese
We bump
games,
into it.
you don't have to pay full price
the
to check them
rings
out. That's
will
awesome. It's always
run
awesome.
away, so if we
Or if you're
run out of
remotely
rings,
interested,
then
but you didn't want to
game's
commit to
over.
actually buying, like, some of the games that they have to offer, like, Persona 3
Sonic.
Remake, give it a try on Game Pass. Why not?
I did
It
the
might
last
help.
ride of
You might
Frontier
find something that you're really into.
was
And didn't
Wait,
even know
wait.
it. You wouldn't have gave it a
Oh,
chance
good.
if not for Game Pass. It
Something's
happens.
coming. I saw this at the opening. Let's run away.
I love the
Run
art.
to
It's
the
so
right.
cute.
Are we okay? Looks like we are okay.
Oh,
Jump.
damn. Sonic done. Go,
Was
Tails,
very
go!
close.
Damn.
Oh, that
Tails
was
got
very
caught.
close.
Let's check out Pal World next. Lowest expectations brings up a good point. You definitely don't need Game Pass to try out some games. See if you like them on PC. That's facts. Yeah, I'm digging this. And the cool thing is, like, the PAL, I don't know, the Pokemon knockoffs in this, they look good. Like, they actually look cool. Because some, like, creature catching type games, a lot of their, like, creatures tend to not look good. So that tends to be a problem with me with some Pokemon-ish clones. I'm digging it, man. Coming 2024, I'm hyped for it. Love to see it, man. Don't let Jaffe do you like big damn. You know, like, I have to give props to actual hosts that are able to deal with bullshit being slung and trying to be able to have a conversation. It's hard for me to have a conversation with assholes and stupid people. Or people that are purposely disingenuous, or people that I know refuse to even see the other side or even acknowledge it. Jaffe just comes off like the guy, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. It's just he's right, you're wrong. Allowing you to actually, you know, speak your piece. He'll maybe at times let you speak it, but at the end of the day, he's still right, and that's all that matters. So, what the fuck? Like you know, like, I can't really have conversations with people like that, because it will default to me being loud. And then another one, a big one, man. Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 does look insane, guys. It looks like the first game, but even more gorgeous. A lot of shit going on here that's looking dope. Kind of surprised Xbox didn't get this for Game Pass with their great relationship with Sega. That's facts too. Yeah, Sega and Microsoft have been buddy-buddy for a long, long time since the OG Xbox. So you're not wrong.
Hello everyone, I'm Hideaki Itsuno, the director of Dragon's Dogma 2.
Let's see this
Dragon's
gameplay.
Dogma 2 is a narrative-driven action. The action gameplay is designed to challenge your creativity, and although this is a single-player adventure, AI-controlled companions will accompany you throughout the experience.
Yes, give me the illusion that I'm not a lonely person. That's what I like in video games.
From the world of Dragon's Dogma 2,
you know what? I used to be after that as a kid. I remember being a little kid and constantly feeling alone in video games. You know, this is back like PS1, PS2 times. I was like, man, I just feel so fucking lonely. I want a companion. And then they started giving you companions in video games. And then I realized, oh no, these CPUs dumb as fuck. Dumb as fuck, fucking up everything. I want to be lonely again. In a perfect world, you know? Like, in a perfect world, it would have been a great idea, but they can't seem to get AI the fuck together, so... When it comes to video games, anyway. Maybe AI will successfully take over the world, but I'm convinced in video games, AI is just always going to be dumb as shit.
In Dragon's Dogma 2,
Reforged mentality. Dragon's Dogma 2 isn't an RPG. Oh my god, dude, he probably would say some shit like that. He would say, what's different from Dragon's Dogma 2 and Spider-Man?
Determine how they will play. Of course, you will be able to change.
This perfectly lays out what an RPG is.
Visiting vocation guilds. For now, let's look at the fighter vocation.
They're literally telling you this is why it's an RPG.
Sword and shield, the fighter excels in melee combat.
Giga Chad cited.
As a fighter, you can cut down enemies with a sword and protect yourself.
This looks like it might be okay. If it's anything like the original, it's gonna be dope. The original is pretty insane if you like RPGs.
We can see some harpies in the
if you like action games with RPG elements, you might not like this.
To take down enemies above you. Let's see what they can do.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't normally dig archers in games, but I can kind of see myself being an archer in this.
Make full use of your arsenal, including exploding or blighting arrows. You can also aim at your enemies like a third-person shooter.
Love it. Pavati.
The monsters of Dragon's Dogma.
Are you talking about the chick in Outer Worlds? I believe that was her name, right? It's been a little minute, but
using their wits against you.
Yes, Pavati definitely kept you company in Outer Worlds.
Next, I would like to show you
I didn't feel lonely.
in action. Mages excel at long-range magical attacks, as well as healing and support spells that bolster your party with various enchantments to give allies an advantage in battle. The more advanced and powerful the magic is, the longer the incantation will take.
Okay, I like that. Damn! Nice effect, man. Nice effect.
In addition to the pawns you adventure with, you will occasionally act with other inhabitants of the world.
You'll still take dumb companions. I think it depends. It varies. A lot of time, I will still take dumb companions too. The E series got worse when they made it party-based, just saying. I haven't played E's 9. To be honest with you, with E's, I've only played 8.
As a thief, you use daggers to strike.
I've been meaning to jump into it. I love E's 8 though.
And quick attacks.
It's such a good fucking game. I want to get a physical copy of it. I bought it on the Switch digitally. I haven't gotten a chance to pick it up physically. I know I'm gonna overpay, but you know what? For that, I'll overpay. I wanted to get it on a PS5. I fucking love E's 8. That shit is dope. I know it's not the best looking game, but it's a damn fun game.
Between your chosen vocation, diverse terrains, and the particular monster you're up against, each encounter.
I heard E's 9 is not bad, but it's not as good as 8, so I never pursued it. Well, from what we've seen from E's 10, looks pretty interesting.
Vermund, the Human Kingdom, and Batal,
E's 8 was good, but I like Origins and 6 the most, I think. I think I do have Origins. I actually bought like a limited run of it because I did want to get to it, so eventually I'm going to get to it. Yo, I like this shit, man. This shit is sick.
Batal is a rugged canyon nation with a city built on the site of ancient ruins.
Have they said when Dragon's Dogma 2 releases? I don't think so.
The nation of Batal
it was supposed to come out this year, if I'm not mistaken, right? And now it's just up in the air, right?
And monsters to encounter. In your adventures, you might come across people who call out to you.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir?
Other times, you might receive quests from people who you aid.
Thank heavens. Thought I'd never make it. If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you
never played. Oh no. Well, I man exposed me.
Pawns with knowledge of a quest may be able to
I man exposed me.
Location. But it is up to the player to decide.
Watch Lord of the Rings. That's crazy. You might as well start soon, girl. Damn, you ain't lying.
Throughout your adventures and may come to your aid when you are in trouble.
I do want to get. I've been meaning to get Lord of the Rings from 4K
quests, you can ride
and just watch it.
To travel to
but it's also a bit of a hefty price. So I've been waiting. I might get it this Christmas. We'll see. On a Black Friday deal, we'll see. Because I heard in 4K it's absolutely astounding, so that would be the best way to want to watch what is regarded as a a beloved trilogy.
Time is ever passing, even while riding an ox cart, and the environment around the player constantly changes.
This shit is insane, man.
Especially dangerous. With no light to illuminate.
Hey, Black Cobra, thank you so much for the 2, bro. He says, now this is a RPG Reforged. Take notes, clown. Facts, bro. Like, how can you look at this and it's clearly showing you why it's an RPG and then say something like Marvel's Spider-Man by Insomniac Games is an RPG? You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is why people have a problem with you calling that an RPG.
Where you can't even see your feet. Also, there are dangerous monsters that only appear at night, so you need to be careful when adventuring in the dark.
This is cool. This is what made Dying Light really cool. Like, at nighttime, like the freaks come out at night in Dying Light. So like either, you could just say F it, not going out at night, or you could just sleep till the morning, sleep to the morning, or you could be like, well, screw it, man. Let's try to see if we can survive out here. and it would get crazy. So it's cool to see that there's differentiating factors that do matter. Going out at night, that's cool. I like that.
Good evening, Arisen.
Yo, that shit is so jarring.
Tis the honor of my life to share your
I don't know what their version of a Khajiit is. I don't know what it's called, but I would definitely make a lion-looking character because I love lions. Are like my favorite animal ever. So.
Mystic Spear Hand combines magic attacks and
weapon-based physical attacks. The detail in the monsters, like the NPC characters definitely look sus. Don't get me wrong. But the monsters, the creatures, insane detail. Really, really nice detail.
The Magic Archer is a vocation that further specializes in long-range attacks with
this game looks like it might be fun. This is an RPG experience. Even the first game is a damn awesome RPG experience and a great combat experience.
In exchange for reducing their own maximum HP. And of course, there are other unique.
I'm surprised it took them this long to make a sequel. But it's coming and it looks really cool.
Of Dragon's Dogma 2 at the Tokyo Game Show Capcom booth.
Damn, some people got to play this, dog.
They make, each player
I'd say at least try Dragon's Dogma. Like the first major boss fight. It's insane. It's better than most boss fights we get in video games nowadays. At least, I'd say that game goes on sale really often for stupid cheap. It's worth it just to be like, fuck it, let's try the boss fight. Oh yeah, this boss fight is actually better than the mass majority in most video games that come out nowadays. Like, you can establish that immediately from the shit you can do. That was your cat with a wig on? I've been meaning to get Ziggy a lion's mane. He's gonna hate it, because I know Ziggy. He's gonna absolutely fucking hate it, but I will love every moment of it. Every single moment of him wearing it. I want to get him a black-haired mane, since that go better with his gray hair. Matter of fact, hold on. Someone requested Ziggy earlier and he wasn't in the room, but he is in the room now, so hold on. Ziggy, you must say hi. You are a draw. Ziggy, you are a draw to the show, so we must provide for the audience. He's sleepy boy. He's a sleepy boy. He's sleeping up so he can be running around at 3 in the morning and knock things over, jump on the table, bring up bread buns to my room, thinking that, oh, this is totally normal. Gonna steal some bread buns, in the plastic and bring the whole thing upstairs to the room. That's definitely what he loves to be up to at 4 in the morning. Aw, he's a good guy. He's a little pain in the butt, but he's a good man. Ziggy Stardust? Yes, the zoomies are a thing. Gotta go back and finish the first. I got stuck in traveling his ass. You want to go sleepy? Oh yeah, he's like, I'm falling asleep wherever, I don't care. Alright, little buddy, go do your thing. Okay. Ziggy did his time. That's a leopard? He's a little tiger. But Dragon's Dogma looks sick. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks impressive. It would be awesome to get a demo of this. Like, I would drop everything to play a demo of this, I'm not gonna lie. Here's another one I'm interested in. I didn't watch too much. I actually stopped here. It's called Infinity Strash. Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai. So I read a little bit of the manga for this. Not too much. I think it was like the first volume or something like a couple of years back. And I really liked it. It reminded me a lot of Dragon Ball. It particularly reminded me of like the part in Dragon Ball Z where Goku dies and Piccolo forces Gohan to grow up in the wild so that he can learn to take care of himself and train. It reminded me of that, which was cool. I was into it because of that. I actually need to go get more volumes of that, I'm not gonna lie.
Or you could just very chill playthrough.
But it was cool. I'm interested in this game.
See which playing style you like to do. I like to switch between them. I have to admit though, I forgot that I could do that, and I didn't realize it until, unfortunately,
Ventures Die looks good.
I
Nice.
don't know how it happened. He just ran out of HP, and then it switched me over to Pop. And I was
Oh,
like,
this looks like another RPG. Well, what do you know?
Yes, the game does have a Japanese.
And it does happen to have action.
Japanese, yes. Great question.
I got Goma-chan helping us out.
Oh yeah.
If you ever get lost, click this command and kind of like show you where to go if you get turned around.
Oh, that's very helpful. Yeah, especially because we do have our mini map, but as you can see,
I'm glad we at least got to see something Dragon Quest, you know?
So Goma-chan is definitely very helpful. And Goma-chan, correct me if I'm wrong, can also heal a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what, like, when we're gonna see the next freaking Devil May Cry and what it's gonna look like. Holy shit.
Gold slime is adorable. Yes, I agree. Final Corgi, absolutely.
We love slimes. If you're a Dragon Quest fan, you love slime.
I know. I'm sorry, Smy73. Yeah,
Even if you have to kill them in the game.
I just ran out of health when I was playing through. I don't know what happened. So sometimes it happens. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the combat. I know
Your cat tries to get your pet fish at night. Oh no. Oh, those poor fishies, man. Like they can't help it. It just triggers this hunting instinct in them. I see it when Ziggy sees a fly. He's just a totally different animal. Like he just goes straight up into hunt mode. Gotta kill it. He will stop everything he's doing. He doesn't care about food. He doesn't care about, anything. He's just gotta get the fly. That's it. It's like his one brain cell can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Devil May Cry is an RPG, oh my god. Oh shit, man. Everything is an RPG, guys. Look, animal abuse. I like the characters.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
I like that Dai is not, like, he doesn't sound annoying.
A line AoE, right? So it would knock all the other enemies.
I mean, he sounds like a kid, but he sounds sort of a mature-esque kid, not like a really annoying sounding child.
Yeah. Yes, he does have that power up, the coup de grace. You can see in the lower left corner there, that gauge kind of fills up as you attack or as you're dodging. And you can trigger it once one segment has filled, but obviously if you get more segments...
Alright, Cass, I'm gonna bounce for the night. Gonna play something, then maybe record it. So, bro, Tommy, appreciate you being here, bro. Thank you so much. It was good hanging out with you. You added some dope-ass shit to the conversation, so thank you for that. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy what you're playing. Kick ass with what you're recording. And definitely check out your next vids, man. Take care of yourself.
Kind of experience it through the game.
I think I'll like this better than Dragon Quest Treasures. At least from kind of comparing them. I tried Dragon Quest Treasures and I just didn't like it.
Go to the next.
It felt way too...
So yeah, as we were mentioning earlier,
way too not good. You know?
A new segment.
It felt very generic.
It didn't look like we got any new Bond memories or anything.
All right, Striker, I'll pull up when I'm done here. I'm almost, we're about to wrap it up in a few. I definitely want to check out the Final Fantasy VII stuff. Then we'll wrap it up, but...
This one that I have on top that I originally had on Dai, but I figured it might be better for him because it has a magic bonus, but also has max HP increase, and since Pop is a magic user, he does have a bit lower an HP bar compared to, a tankier.
All right, so people have different HP bars depending on who they are. That's cool. I mean, this seems like role play. What a concept!
And it's cool, yeah. You can.
It involves numbers and reasons.
I saw some folks asking.
And different characters, having, you know, positives and negatives because they're different type of character. Oh my god.
First 41.
Amazing how that works, right?
Animated series.
Which says role playing plus loser.
The full Sovereign Rock Castle arc, so I think it's a good way for.
Yeah, Triple Z, it is way too not good, sadly. I wanted to like Dragon Quest Treasure because I thought it was very charming, but it's just not a good game, so I returned it.
So, with regards
Thank you, Steam!
healing items,
Especially for the price point. If it was like a $30 game, I wouldn't have been like, or, you know, I would have probably been like, this ain't too good, but I wouldn't have been like, oh no, this is completely unacceptable.
but these items, they won't be.
But yeah, it was like I bought it, you know, I bought it for $50 because Dragon Quest fan after like specifically Dragon Quest XI is one of my favorite games of all time, and that's linked to that is like a spin-off to Dragon Quest XI, so I really wanted to like it. But I'm sorry, I can't justify buying a game like that for fucking $50 when it's like a $25 game.
It's so scary. The poison in this game does.
Yeah, I tried the first Descendant. I'm definitely gonna get back to it since we got a few more days for the beta. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Get through the Temple of Recollection, which will be
Free tomorrow to come on the show.
Oh yeah.
Definitely something to watch out for.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, why not? It'd be fun. I'll just move my my Cyberpunk live stream to a little bit later. But yeah, would love to be on your show. You guys have an TSWS Gaming has an awesome show. They fucking kill it over there. I love watching you guys. So definitely, man, we'll definitely hang out.
Excuse me, they were with us at PAX West and had a chance to play the game there.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah, that's awesome.
This also, I'm not gonna lie. So I like the way this looks. I think this will be more fun than Dragon Quest Treasure. But this also looks AA. So
Xbox XS.
let me see. How much is this game gonna be?
All of the platforms.
To me, this is looking like a decent $40 game.
We are now having a healer join us because Pop definitely needs it.
Yeah, he was looking a little.
We're looking at like, you know, these sorts of cutscenes.
Yes, Giga on Nintendo Switch as well.
So what brings the two of you out this way?
Yep. We're looking for Romo's Palace. Simon Doesn't says that the demo was very fun. Yay!
This is a $60 game. I just don't see it.
This is going a little bit.
I think that the game looks awesome
Showing off some of the story.
for what is presented. I don't mind these sorts of cutscenes, but this is indicative of that of a AA game.
I really like this dialogue. It's really funny.
And it's very charming. Like, I'm interested in this game because it's charming.
I know, it's very cute. I like.
But I think that I might wait for a sale on this, especially given how, like, there are a lot of interesting games coming out. So.
Yeah, the cutscenes are really fun. Again, they're taking. You know, the anime
Yes, you wake up that African badass man, and you tell him Cassie's pulling up. Hell yeah. Shout out to Loke. That's the man, bro. Loke's a good dude.
I know.
Y'all be killing it on there. Ham, Loke.
Tension between the characters.
Obviously, Cozy. I'm so glad Cozy came back.
She heals, right? She has healing spells.
Y'all have a dope ass, like, y'all have a dope ass vibe. I love it. Matt as well.
Yes, her animation.
Shout out to Matt as well. Matt likes games.
Yeah, I'm excited to bring her.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Like, I like it, but I'm not paying $60 for it, so. Then wait for it for a discount or buy it used. Yeah, that's pretty much ideally what I'm gonna do. If it was dry out here, I'd probably buy it, but it's not dry. There's no lack of things to buy. But it looks cool. Locates that people think it's an Xbox channel is completely my fault though. Yeah, Ham, you're very guilty of that. And Loke, you could tell Loke definitely tries to be fair, but he's. It is what it is, man. Loke is gonna have to become a full-fledged pony and bring up all the deranged pony nonsense. Not have rational arguments or or thoughts. That's how he's gonna have to combat this. Ziggy pulled up to lay down next to me. Who said cats are not loyal, damn it? They're very loyal. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, let's look a little bit of this Where Winds Meet. I'm digging Where Winds Meet, guys. This is like this is the game that's very much on my radar. It's like Ghost of Tsushima, but it's actually an RPG. This shit looks so sick, man. It looks gorgeous. It's definitely some frame rate issues, but you know, I don't know when the game is coming out, but I can see that there's some dope ass stuff presented here despite the frame rate situation. I appreciate that censorship too. I love being on Fonz's podcast too. Fonz is a fucking awesome guy, man. Shout out to Fonz Gaming, man. That's the guy. No, not the baby got cut. We must have revenge for the baby. Do you stream on certain days or kind of just whenever you feel like it? I found you through Fonz. Definitely a fan of your show. Appreciate that, Shrump. So, for me, I don't, you know, the one guaranteed day I will always stream is on a Thursday. It'll normally be like, you know, gaming Twilight Zone, which is what this stream is, or the following week is the Too Real for Fails podcast, where me and like my gaming buddies, we just talk about general gaming news. But the one guaranteed day is always Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Everything else is kind of like, I try to give, you know, a day in advance notice, but I can't guarantee. So I definitely give you guys that one guaranteed day and I hold to it. But, everything else is kind of just like whenever I see myself having time or being able to make time to hang out, I do live streams, but I do also have videos. I do also stream on Kick. I'm definitely balancing both platforms or trying my best to. So you can find me there as well. Because, you know, YouTube is very fickle. YouTube is very, very fickle, and I just don't want to put all my eggs in a YouTube basket. Hell yeah, Shrump, I definitely try to stay busy. If I have free time, I definitely try to use it wisely. My one complaint is the men look extremely feminine. But you can create a character and hopefully make them look more masculine. That's what I'm hoping to do. If I make a dude, I gotta make him look like... He gotta look like a beast in some way, shape, or form. Like preferably, you know, like manly. Like I would like, if I'm gonna make a dude character and I'm gonna play as a dude character, I want him to look manly. If I make a female character, I don't really... They may dress up tomboyish, but I tend to make them look feminine. Yo, Hypnotic, what's good with you, dog? Hope you're doing well. This is a game you might be interested in, bro. It's called Where Winds Meet. It's a game I've been looking forward to for a long time. It is like a RPG game. It looks fucking sick. Is he fighting with the baby strapped to his, like, waist? Or did he put him down? I think he gave him to the other dude, right? Or something? Already gonna buy it? Hell yeah. They still got some things they need to work out. The frame rate's a little iffy. There's no official release date from what I know. But I'm digging. Like, Dark Souls, like, Souls games aren't my style. Like, I'm not really into them. This is more like combo-esque-ish. It definitely takes a little bit from, like, the sort of Souls style, but it's not. It's definitely more in tune with the sort of Ghost of Tsushima, but an actual legitimate RPG. Souls games make you happy. Souls games make me very, very angry. I don't need to fucking... I hate aggravating my life over a video game. I have to really, really love something to be truly, truly aggravated by it. Yeah, this looks cool as shit. Nah, it's definitely different. You look at the skill tree and you'd be like, oh no, this is not Souls-like. The presentation looks sort of Souls-like, but it's not really. Reminds you kind of Sekiro. Yeah, I don't always have that kind of level of patience either, man. Yeah, I need to work on this frame rate. But I definitely, I see the vision. I see it. I seize it. Little baby. It's actually Death Stranding, but if it had combat. No, I'm fucking with you guys. I'm fucking with you guys. Alright, we're gonna skip over this. They do have the character creation shit. Pretty depthful. Pretty depthful. I like that. I would definitely likely make him look a little bit older. Yes, I agree 100%. Feet are big gross. Is there pronouns? Do we have pronouns? I guess that is a make or break for some people. I mean, it is made by, I believe, Chinese developers, so I could be wrong, but I believe it is so. Jesus. I don't know what the hell this dude is making, but I do not co-sign. Oh, you pick. Here's the traits. Nice. Now, this is a RPG game, guys. Clearly different from Spider-Man, right? Right? Sure, it's more of a deal breaker than pronouns. Yes, this is true. I don't blame you necessarily, but I don't feel like this game will be inherently censored. They just will find things to make it their own, you know. I understand the sentiment though. Chinese censorship is definitely a big issue. But they'll just, a Chinese developer craft it with their own, like, you know, their own stamp. And I think it's interesting to see what other people across the world, like, how they, you know, make their own games. I believe it is. Let me verify. Let me just make sure. I think it is. But I like to experience different games, you know, from all across the world. So this game is made by Everstone Studio. Everstone Studio is a video game developer headquartered in China. So yes. I am correct. Shocking. Kitty! Aww. That's a good kitty cat. How can you not want to buy that just based upon that alone? How could you not want to, man? The way to put your foot down on the subject. Boom. Yes. Chinese and Korea definitely up their game. I remember when Chinese games looked like crap. And, you know, I think some of the games from, you know, some of these countries might indeed be fake. I don't think this is the case. But, yeah, that's true, man. They definitely are stepping their game up. They're definitely trying to change, like, you know, way gaming is and actually innovate, so I support that. A Chinese developed game I really loved was Fist, Forged in Sabotage. That is an awesome game. I love the visual style, presentation, the Metroidvania-esque, you know, it's a Metroidvania. Really fucking awesome. My ESG isn't high enough to play this game, JK baby. Sorry if there's a little bit of lag. Man, McDonald's Wi-Fi going down again, man. Damn you, McDonald's Wi-Fi! Yeah, I put my size 11 foot down on it. Pause, I think? I don't know. I think that might account for needing a pause. I don't know, I'm just going by modern lingo, guys, so. Hey, Christian Freitas, what's good with you, fan? Reminds me of Assassin's Creed, and I concur. It reminds me, it feels like, what if, like, Assassin's Creed actually got, you know, the whole RPG aspect of, you know, the more recent Assassin's Creed games right? Yeah, I'd say this is, like, the best comparison I can make is, like, this is kind of like Ghost of Tsushima, but with, like, seriously, like, serious RPG. Like, it is a serious RPG, so. I'm digging it, man. Hey, Triple Z, I think that, yeah, you're actually correct, sir. My Jordans are size 11. They don't make size 11 women's Jordans, sadly. I think they stopped at like 10 or some shit. I'm digging this shit, man. Did it ask if you wanted to cook the cat? No, it didn't. Thankfully, because I would be scared of the game then. I'm liking it, man. I hope that the you know, development continues to progress and that we get this game sometime in the near future. And they're showing you some of like the customization and shit. You have like specific moves that you could do and stuff, so that's pretty cool. I'm digging it, man. Yeah, I mean, look, man, when it comes to innovation, whoever does it, I suggest that the West fucking step up. Step the fuck up, because this is looking fucking sick. Very interesting, man. I love it. I love it. I love the vibe. I love how it's different from a lot of other stuff that we're seeing. That's because these are, you know, developers from China. So, I'm excited to see more of that. And I guess, you know, last thing we'll check out is a little bit of this Final Fantasy. I'm gonna kind of skip over some of this stuff and get to
into a modern package seemed an
I just want to see more so the combat.
Somehow managed to rise rise to the challenge. With Rebirth, the second entry in the planned trilogy of the FF7 remake project, the task
Yeah, I want to skip over like the cutscene related shit.
Is nearly identical to the system used in Remake, combining active attacking and movement with issuing commands to your party members when their action meter is full. You still pressure and stagger enemies, building the gauge via skillful combat and doling out massive damage when it's full. It's a fun system that provides a good mixture of modern active combat with the turn-based strategy that FF7 is known for. Fortunately, there are some new combat options available at your disposal. Rebirth introduces a new synergy.
And the thing is, like, my biggest criticism of Final Fantasy VII Remake, despite it being really damn good in its own right, is there's definitely some combat choices that weren't that good, and particularly aerial combat needs to fucking step up. Loving it, but not like McDonald's after a bubbly belly, a bubbly tummy. Oh no.
System that lets you unleash multi-character combo attacks. Look out for synergy skills, which are basic combo attacks that can be used without an ATB charge that you employ by holding R1 and then pressing square or triangle. These didn't feel terribly different from just mashing square to attack, but they do give you an additional way to vary your basic damage output. Rebirth also introduces synergy abilities, which can be used when two characters have built enough synergy gauge, a new secondary meter that's filled by using abilities. These essentially feel like additional limit breaks, giving you another source of big flashy damage to dole out. Synergy abilities vary depending on the characters using them, and they have fun little mini cutscenes, like Barrett unloading a salvo of bullets and then throwing Red 13 at the target. There's also new materia to expand your options in combat. In addition to one seen in Remake, like Synergy, Magnify, and Assess, I encountered a Precision Defense Focus materia, which extends the input timing window for perfect blocking, a Lightning and Wind materia, which
I have to check out the video with Maximilian Dude.
A level
Appreciate you though, let me know, Jim.
Increases the level of the linked materia by 1. The demo also gave me a taste of how Rebirth will translate the expansive open world of FF7's world map.
Game developer crunch, but in China has got to be bad.
Open world,
you know what? You ain't wrong about that, fuck Norris.
Fans of the
and it is bad here.
The pre-Junon
then we have
rights. As a relatively empty bit of world map that the party traverses after emerging from the Mithril Cave. Here, though, it's a large open area with cliffs overlooking a picturesque bay with the imposing edifice of Junon looming in the background. In open areas like this, the party will explore on foot, in vehicles, and on the backs.
It's insane how much better this fucking game looks in comparison to 16.
This
oh my god,
Red 13! Fairly walled off at the edges. But
the cat is riding on a chocobo and not trying to eat it. That's pretty interesting. I had to actually think for a second because normally I call chocobos chocohos just to be funny because I'm a dumbass like that. You know, big ass tiger cat thing is riding on a chocoho, so.
This section I played was fairly walled off at the edges, but it's unclear if these walls are actually hard separations from other zones, or if the world map actually is all connected.
It's still 5 months away.
Limited by the modes of traversal at your disposal.
5 months?
As was the case with
be
the
there
original
like that.
FF7 overall.
Crazy, right?
I didn't get to try out catching a chocobo for myself, but once you have one for that area, it can be summoned with R1. Chocobos will primarily be used
Max
for
is a true
exploration
fan.
and traversal.
Yeah, you could tell the way he talks about the games that he's into. You could tell
in
that
the
he's
section
legit.
I played, I only had access to a fairly basic chocobo that gave me some extra speed.
You could tell that he is a
we've
fan
seen
of
in
the things that he
gameplay trailer
talks about.
One that can scale cliffs
Now
and
whether
another that can fly.
Now whether he caps for upcoming games for access, I'll leave that up to y'all. The babies are so cute. Oh yeah.
The open area also
Red
had some
13 on a chocoho is hilarious.
These marked
yes.
enemies seem to be specialized variants that came with a list of tasks to complete while fighting them. In the demo, these tasks were fairly basic. Pressure and stagger an enemy and defeat them all within a certain time limit. But I have to assume that more complicated challenges will be present in the full game.
I hope
These
so.
fights could also be
I hope
repeated
so.
if you wanted to take an additional stab at knocking out all the objectives. Meanwhile, the open areas are littered with crafting materials to pick up. Little bits like laurel leaves and mist seeds and manifestations of the planet's blessing, whatever that is. These can be used to craft basic items like potions and Phoenix Downs. There are also chocobo stops to unlock, which serve as fast travel locations.
Chocobo stops, hell yeah,
to
boy!
previous zones even after you've moved on. And yes,
Little
you can pet the
baby.
chocobo chick.
Aww. Aww.
Story-wise, Rebirth again.
All right. Let's get past all that. Let me see. I want to see a comparison.
Which, well, I'm not going to say anything. The real question, though, is whether the story-changing whispers of fate.
Oh my god, no.
It thinks we're after materia.
Someone should tell it we're not.
Be my guest.
Damn, it's crazy you can play a Sephiroth. That's gonna be interesting. I'm digging that, man. It's looking good. It is looking real good. This game comes out on my real birthday. Oh shit. February 19th leap year. Yeah, excuse me, February 29th leap year. Well, there you go. That's your birthday gift, bro. And I know it's the one you're like, that is like pretty much your dream come true scenario. I know that you're a big Final Fantasy 7 fan and just a Final Fantasy fan in general. So no better way to make Iron happy. So that's what's up, man. Certainly gives Sony 3 months after PS5 as exclusive. Yeah. I wonder if it's going to come out immediately on PC. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know if they've prepared themselves to be able to have a PC port that early. But it's going to be interesting. You don't get much early access unless it's fighting games and Final Fantasy. That is a good point there, Jim. Aham says, you on that Final Fantasy, and with that being said, I'm going to bed. Don't stream. Yo, appreciate you pulling up, Ham. Can't wait to talk it up with you tomorrow and to hang out with the crew. So I definitely have yourself a good night. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Leap year guy. Wow. I always imagine that's got to be so weird. Yeah, that is true. I never thought of it because, like, I don't fall under that, but yeah, that must be pretty crazy. Sign out on the new Starship Troopers game on Steam and PC. It looks awesome. Let me look this damn game up. Hold on. Starship Troopers Terrain Command. It's an RTS. Got you. See, I'm not really an RTS person, but I know a lot of people that are into that shit. So hell yeah, man. That's what's up. For some reason, Steam is having a hard, like, taking forever to load up the page. You gonna be old enough to drink? You ever? At least visually, I don't think so. I think I would be getting carded forever when it comes to drinking. In terms of mentally, I don't know. I don't know if I'm old enough to drink yet. Mentally, because I'm very immature. Admittedly so. I can have real fucking conversations, but most of the time I'd prefer not to. Mischief loved it when he reviewed it. Okay. All right, Matt Hatter, appreciate you hanging out with us. But yeah, guys, we're about to wrap it up here. I do want to go grab some dinner. It's been an awesome night. Got to, we did a whole mix of things, man. It's been a crazy night. I'm glad we got to watch some, games from Tokyo Game Show together. That's awesome. Talk some shit, have some serious conversations, have some fun. Man, that's what it's all about. A whole mix of things. No drinking for you. C Triple Z, the good thing about me is that I know when to stop. Some people don't know. And people that don't know when to stop, they probably just shouldn't. They really just shouldn't. But it's important to know when to stop. Hey, appreciate you, FTW. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed the stream. Enjoy it while you can. They'll be calling you ma'am in no time. How is that cap, man? How is that cap, sir? But guys, real quick, if you haven't hit the like button, really appreciate y'all. If you know, just putting it out there, if you want to be a part of Discord, becoming a channel member, basic channel membership gets you instant access to the Discord. There's some new channel members tonight under the channel member tab on my channel. Is the direct link for you to jump into the Discord if you do have Discord and like to hang out with us. S tier stream, I appreciate that, Astro. Thank you so much for being a contributor to the stream. You do, you definitely do have a hand in making the podcast, the stream entertaining. If it be with your presence here or with the things you happen to come across and inform me on. So appreciate you as always. Yes, I will continue to have an awesome time in Starfield. I've been playing Starfield. I have 100 hours now, over 100 hours. I started playing Party Animals last night. I was up till like 6 in the morning playing with the homies and Party Animals. That is stupid fun, so that's been dope. What else? I tried the first Descendants. That's an interesting beta. I was having fun with it. I will definitely be jumping on it again. Tomorrow I will be live streaming on Kick, so if you're, if you want to check that out, I will be playing Cyberpunk 2.0 because I want to beat that game. And the way they had it when it released was just unacceptable to me. So we're going to give it another try, and hopefully it catches this time. Hopefully there's some awesome things to be able to say about Cyberpunk. Jim said I enjoyed the last 5 minutes. Well, the stream will be there for you to catch if you want to, check out the rest of it. Appreciate you pulling up nonetheless, Jim. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, I don't know what you guys are playing. If you want to name drop, but whatever you guys are playing, definitely enjoy it. Finish the rest of the week strong, guys. And proceed on to the weekend. That's what I love about having a Thursday stream. It's like, tomorrow is Friday. Everyone's happy on Friday. Either you're already done with what you got going on during the week, or you're about to finish up. So, hey, appreciate you, FTW. Valhalla. Oh, you've been playing Valhalla. Okay, that's what's up. Somehow Delta got all Starfield achievements in under 100 hours. So that's crazy because my Starfield is bugged. My Starfield achievements are bugged. I think it's only one, which is it happens to be like the most controversial one, which is actually leaving the first planet. Like actually, why the fuck is Steam having a hard time fucking loading up? Hey, appreciate that, good all. Yeah, it does suck. Holy shit. Oh shit, hold on. My Steam won't load up. I don't know what's happening, guys. But yeah, it's like, it's funny because that's been like the subject of controversy, like how many people actually, went into space for the first time. I've been to like 10 plus planets by now. Unfortunately, that achievement just happens to be bugged where you take off. That's the trophy King Thrash is using, trying to prove nobody's playing the game on Xbox. I wonder if it's bugged for some people on Xbox. Yeah, I know it's a controversial achievement. Oh, no, only like a certain amount of people have actually left the planet. My shit is bugged. I've been to many planets. I've been to many different fucking planets. I think it'd be hard to spend 100 hours on the first planet that you start the game on. I think it'd be kind of hard. I mean, you can do it. You can just sit there if you want to, but I think it'd be pretty hard. Can't get trophies for Starfield. You can't get achievements for Starfield? Why not? All right, Ziggy, man. We about to be done. I think Ziggy has to go bathroom. Hold on. All right, you gotta go? Okay. Go ahead, everybody. Go do your thing. I'll check. Honestly, I don't care about achievements since once mods arrive, I'll never play without them. Yeah, no, I hear you. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what people are doing. Like in terms of, I don't give a shit about people's achievements. I really just don't. I don't give a fuck about your trophies. At the end of the day, I just play what I want. And there's games that I get excited for, and I play them, and I'm like, oh, this is trash. I'm not playing it anymore. And there's some games that I absolutely love and adore, and I go, and I've gotten the platinum on. Oh, there's some games, like even on PlayStation when I was playing games, there's platinums that I have of games that I absolutely hate. There's some platinums of games I have I absolutely love. I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit what people fucking, like, about people's trophies and shit. Like, fucking suck a dick with that bullshit ass talk. But you know what? Like, some people would probably pop up on my Steam page, go look at my Starfield, and look for that trophy specifically and be like, oh, she didn't even leave the first planet. Yeah, right, motherfucker. Yeah, right. Suck a dick. You complete the achievements, but it don't unlock them. Yeah, see, so I've gotten some achievements. I've only gotten, I think, 4. I don't know if it's, I have to like thoroughly siphon through these achievements to see what I've unlocked and what I haven't. And to be honest with you, I probably won't do that because I don't give a fuck. I really just don't fucking care. So Jim, when it comes to Starfield, people are using the trophy, the achievement that specifically states that you've left the first planet when you go out into space for the first time to basically as console, war bullshit. So that's been the subject of controversy. Not apparently, judging by the achievement, not too many people have left the first planet or some shit like that or another. And I'm here to say that the achievement is bugged for me on Steam. I bought the game on Steam. I don't know if that might be an issue on Xbox as well, so I don't know, man. The achievement trophies are meaningless. I completely agree with you, lowest expectations. They did the same with Hi-Fi Rush. Yep, it's always like some bullshit nonsense. Censorship Tube says 75% of players on Xbox got it. That's not a bad number by any means. I mean, shit, you can look at... I even went to look up back in the day because a lot of people were saying, like, when The Last of Us remake came out or was announced that, oh, well, you don't need the multiplayer anyway. Not that many people played it anyway. I bet like over half, I bet like half the people that played The Last of Us didn't even play the multiplayer or care about the multiplayer. So I'm like, out of curiosity, I'm like, let's see how many people that have played The Last of Us have even beaten the game. So go on, not just the remaster of The Last of Us, but also the PS3 version of The Last of Us. Look to see how many people completed the game on the easiest difficulty. It's depressingly like half or like a little bit below half from last time I checked. And that was like, around that time when the remake got announced. So yeah, it seems as though not many people completed the main campaign either. If you really want to talk about, oh, well, there's no reason to include the multiplayer because like half the people probably didn't play it anyway that are into The Last of Us. Well, half the people that are into The Last of Us also didn't beat the main campaign, so. Go eat before your ass falls off, Cassie. All right, guys. It was awesome. Thank you all so much. Censorship 2, really good hang with you. Good all. Jim, Harrison, Triple Z. Iron Man versus Swag Lord Shump. I mean, excuse me. If I say your name wrong, totally don't mean to. Shump, Fuck Norris, Astro Cyborg, FTW, Lowest Expectations. Man, so many people pulled up tonight. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Doc Gamer, always good to see you. TSWS Gaming. Let me see. Retromania. Retromania was up like pretty much all night just hanging with us. He's super late on his end. Thank you so much, bro, for hanging out. Drew, always good to see Drew. Hypnotic. I'm trying to get as many individuals as I can. Tommy. And yeah, if I missed anyone, totally not intentional. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you. Seriously. It means a lot. I do not take it for granted, and I want you to know that I do not take it for granted. Have a good night, guys. And with all that being said, I am out. Peace.